Powerplay.net presents Desert Cup T20I Series, and it's day 2. It's going to be a cracker on our hands as Canada is all set to take on Saudi Arabia. We're coming to you live from the beautiful Al Amarat Cricket Stadium in Oman. It's enveloped by nature, and of course, in between there'll be dots of modernity. Much like what the Pearl of Arabia, Oman's known for. It's going to be Canada taking on Saudi Arabia. As always, the story of the surface is very important, especially when a double header is on the cards. Let's find out what Abid has to say.
Alright, ladies and gents, we are here at that Oman Cricket Academy, the Emirat Cricket Ground. You see the wind is pretty well blowing across the ground, and it is the day where we'll have a double header. It was the same yesterday, 2 games we witnessed, and this very same wicket that what we saw is the batting paradise. As the late evening it gets, and it gets even better. But today it's slightly a bit different. Let's have a look at that. We had a green, lush ground yesterday, but that green is a bit off today because there has been a sports of a bowler there where the bowlers will get hammered, or maybe the place they want to be little full of the wicket, where you find a little bit of a grass there. That is where you can get few hits as well. But what I think is, you need to chase it's always important in this wickets and the conditions when the dew comes in as well later in the evening. You always look to chase. If I'm the captain, I would bowl first and get a decent total on board that my batters can respond well. Back to you guys.
Yes, and what, if we may add, what we liked about yesterday is the fact that the pitch didn't change a bit. We saw a lot of runs in the second game. The first one was a little one-sided. Of course, Oman winning by 9 wickets for the second one. 195 being chased down. Due credit to the curators for this wonderful surface indeed. Canada taking on Saudi Arabia. The game will begin very shortly. And we'll find out what happened with the flip of the coin battle, as the two captains would be raring to get this right side of the coin. Let's find out what happens at the toss.
Hello and welcome. It's day 2, match number 3 of the Powerplay.net Summer Cup. Of course, it's a great game. We've got 2 teams that are all in readiness for the toss. Canada taking on Saudi Arabia. For Canada, it's the captain, Saad bin Zafar. Right in the center is the match referee, Mr. Jeevan. And on to his left is the captain of Saudi Arabia, Abdul Wahid. The home team for this game is Canada, and Saad is going to flip the coin. Heads is the call. Okay, come, Abdul Wahid. You won the toss again, second time in a row. What do you want to do?
We would like to bowl first.
Change of heart?
Yeah, actually, it's all depend on the condition of the wicket, and that's the reason we have chosen the ball first today.
What is the learning that you took from the last game?
Definitely, T20 or every game, like when you learn from your mistakes, you will just succeed in your future. So this is how we learn. Day by day, we are learning. We have some new faces. It's a good opportunity for them to show their skills. So this is how we do it.
Any changes to your side?
Yeah, we have 2 changes. Irfan and Shakib, they are out, and we have 2, Irshad and Usman, they are in.
All the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Saad, they are bowling first. Are you happy to bat first?
Actually, I was looking to bowl first too, but it looks like a decent surface, a hard surface. I don't think it's going to change too much during the course of the game, so I'm okay to bat first as well.
Great game last night. I'm sure you'll take a lot of confidence. Tell us what is the learning from the last game?
Yeah, obviously you want to start a tournament well whenever you come into a tournament. It has given a positive momentum going into the tournament. Lots of positive, like one of the things is you just have to believe in yourself, and the game is never over until it's over, right? So boys are in positive mindset, and we're going to carry forward into today's game.
Team news?
We have 3 changes. Arman is a debutant. He's coming in. Nikhil Datta and Dylan Helliger comes in.
All right, give us a good game.
Thank you very much.
Right, so the news from the center is that Saudi Arabia have won the all-important toss, and they have decided to bowl first.
Understandable indeed. Saudi Arabia winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. It's the 11 of Canada will go through first. So Saad Zafar, the skipper. Aaron Johnson. Pargat Singh. Srimanta Vijayratne. Remember, he took retirement but came back in Canada colours. And boy, has he been really good. Harsh Thakur is back. Ravindrapal Singh. Nikhil Datta gets a game today. Dylan Hellinger does as well. Kaleem Rahman. Amar Khalid. And of course, Arman Kapoor, the keeper. Looks like Srimanta is going to be keeping wickets today. Interestingly, Arman Kapoor, the batter. Abdul Wahid Ghaffar will have started with Saudi Arabia. The captain of Saudi Arabia, Abdul Wahid. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh, a lot of experience there. Faisal Khan's in there, looking in great shape. Zain Abidin, Atifur Rahman. Hasib Ghafoor has been a revelation behind the wicket. He's not a flapper anymore. He's excellent indeed. Mohammad Saqib, Irshad Mubashir, Kashif Siddiqui, Saad Khan, and of course, Usman Najib. News from the centre, Saudi Arabia winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. Oh, what a beautiful cricket ground, this Oman Cricket Academy, and the flags are not frowning. The wind is blowing wonderfully, much to the liking of the captain who chose to bowl first. But he's decided to start with spin because Zain is rolling his arm over first up. Man in great form, Aaron Johnson. He's the one who set the run chase up nicely last night. And we just want to continue from where he left off last night. One blip and he was back in the hut. But while that innings lasted, it was such a treat to watch for all the cricket fans around the world. Moments away from the first ball. Umpire Ananta Kumar. And indeed we're all set. Slight change in field for Zain. Now he wants a man just in front of square in the deep. 5 legs inside the circle. 2 men allowed to patrol the boundary rope. First ball. And he started off really well. Joined by Mikhail Vaswani, my co-commentator. Warm welcome, Mikhail.
Good afternoon, Suhas, and good afternoon to all of viewers. A real test here for Saudi Arabia after they got a pasting last evening. And they're up against a very good side who've chased down a very mammoth total.
Yesterday, it was Spoors who decided to come out first, along with Aaron. Today, they've changed the batting order. But it's not like Srimanta hasn't opened the batting before. He's done many a time. Oh, lovely delivery. You tell me it's not coloured clothing, I'd believe you. It's such a test match moment, this. Defending the second ball. The field set is also such. It was a big learning curve for both the teams, irrespective of the result yesterday. Excellent stuff. As accurate as one can be, Zain. And also the fact, Mikhail, that he's getting through the over very quickly.
Yeah, and just going by the way Aaron Johnson batted last evening, he likes the ball coming onto the bat. This is a very good ploy to introduce a spinner. The surface as well, brownish.
That's in the air, but that's in the gap as well. Something had to give. The initiative taken. Aaron Johnson opens the account in a way that he usually does.
Oh yes, something had to give way. He had to take his chance with the field restrictions in place. That was a safe shot, though it went wide of the fielder at mid-off. Had to adjust at the very end. Just talking about the surface, last evening we saw a rather greener tinge on the surface. This time around, a little brown. So just giving the spinner that extra bit of opportunity as well. Off the mark, Canada, and Johnson with that 4.
He's gone through with that shot. And when Aaron Johnson hits it, it just stays hit. I think it fell just inside the boundary rope. And yes, it did. Boundary collected. What a way to end the over. Started off quietly, ends with a roar. 2 back-to-back boundaries, Mikhail.
And nothing wrong in the delivery, just that he took his front foot, reached out to it well, went through with the shot, played through the line and fetched another boundary. This is a fine start after the first over. It's 8 for no loss.
Eight without a wicket. Abdul Wahid decided to bowl first after winning the toss. Decided to go with spin first up. Started off really well indeed, did Zain. Last two deliveries in the slot, and Aaron Johnson's too good to miss out on those opportunities. Srimanta Vijay Ratne for the first time. Atif's going to steam in from the far end. Guides it down to third man, starts to tick. Now, one thing I was very keen on watching Canada do yesterday was acclimatize and play accordingly, because from where they come from, the weather is very different here. But there were no excuses whatsoever. Just love that. And of course, very little outdoor practice as well, with the winter setting in. But they were able to bring their A game when it mattered the most, and of course, when it comes from the captain, it boosts the morale of the team.
Absolutely. The way they were playing last evening and chased down that mammoth total of 190 plus, it looked like they were playing in their own backyard, let me tell you. Absolutely no change for them.
Wonderful movement. I'm very sure, Mikhail, you're enjoying this. Just the right length to be bowling as well for someone of Aaron Johnson's height.
Yeah, and as a cricketer playing on a surface like this, if you're a bowler or a batter, you'll always feel there's an opportunity. The seamers are getting swing. We saw the spinners yesterday getting turn. The batters can play through the line, and that's why a sporting wicket like this dishes out a perfect T20 game as well. And that's why we saw close to 400 runs being scored last evening in that second game.
Loses his line. Well, put that away, Aaron Johnson. In hindsight, for a man in such good form, it's a gift.
Well, he's so good all around the wicket. He played two down the ground, this time around shorter, string down in line, and completely gets into position and hooks it for another 4. Fine leg was rather square on this occasion, and that was a very fine shot. So 13 on the board, 12 coming from the bat of Aaron Johnson.
That was in the gap. That'll be 4 more. Aaron Johnson's playing with the fielders here. The ease and elegance in this shot. Wow.
Well, you pitch it up, he'll drive you. You pitch it short, he'll pull you. And that's what Aaron Johnson can bring to the table up front. He's so good on both sides of the wicket. And he's a dangerous batter. He believes in boundaries. 16 and 9. And the danger here for Saudi Arabia is to ensure that they don't let things slip from here on. Calling the shots at the moment. 5 on the off inside the circle. A third man and a deep square leg in position. Mid-wicket and mid-on as well.
Good slower delivery. Well negotiated as well. Good cricket all around. And it's the first time Aaron Johnson's looked not to attack a cricket ball.
Oh, that was just a release ball. Allowed the ball to move in the air. And that came off the surface as well. But nicely negotiated. Good to see that Johnson also believes in singles to us. The manner in which he started. It looks like he only believes in boundaries.
Definitely a force to reckon with Aaron Johnson. I think he announced it to the world with his MVP in National T20. Oh, that's a big shout. Srimanta Vijayratne, even though he knew it was going to be a slower delivery, couldn't negotiate it nicely. What was good to see was Srimanta responded to Aaron Johnson, who wasn't engulfed in the appeal, but looked at it as an opportunity to sneak a run, 19 without a wicket after 2.
Sorry? Next up. Yeah, cutting next up. Cutting middle stump. आना बाहर आइए ना बाहर आइए और ठीक है भाई थोड़ा इधर आना
2 overs gone, 19 without a wicket. Aaron Johnson's done the bulk of the scoring. A good start for Zen once again in the over. So it's not the start of the over that he falters, and it's the end of the over. The art of closing it out. This was a brilliant delivery from Atif. There's some movement after pitching, Mikhail. Swept away. No chance for the fielder in the deep. The first 6 overs are for Srimanta Vijayratne to show what he's made of by hitting it in the gaps and more. The class of this man, that'll never go away.
Just the awareness that the new ball on the surface is not going to turn much. Gets into position, came straighter and just swept that from outside of off. Very good batting by Srimanta.
I think he's ex-under 19 Sri Lanka. Srimanta Vijayratne now of course calls Canada his home. In between took retirement, and then coming back to Canada's side again. Being fit enough, and you know the demands of playing international cricket, and to be fit once again, it's incredible indeed from Srimanta Vijayratne. And not just that, Mikhail. We've just seen the sweep shot, wait for the paddle, the reverse sweep. One of the most unorthodox batters you would see. The way he's molded himself into a T20 batter as well is such a treat to watch. Gently guides it away. Work to do. Who'll win? The football skills do not come into play. Won't help him on that occasion. Zen's not happy because of the effort. Srimanta Vijayratne, one authoritative boundary, one quietly nudged away for 4. Oh, what a cricketer. He's a batter who thinks on his feet. He's one step ahead of the bowler. Teasing the fielder till the end. I think he kept on delaying the dive as well, Kashif. Zen expected the dive. Eight runs of the over, 4 balls, done and dusted with. Much better. This is much better from Zen.
Attack from both sides. That's the problem here for Saudi Arabia. They can't be leaking runs. And Srimanta too has just found his mojo as well in the middle. 2 boundaries for him. 8 runs of the 5 deliveries.
Excellently done. Again the sense of ease with which he's cleared the fence as well. Srimanta Vijayratne using the depth of the crease, putting it away. One of the best sweepers of the cricket ball. He knows how to hit it down the ground. He knows how to hit it on the ground. And sometimes he knows to play the sweep shot up in the air and beyond to clear the fences. 3 gone, 33 without a wicket.
Thank you. Check in middle again, please. Thank you very much.
Three gone, 33 without a wicket. Aaron Johnson 17 of 10. Srimanta Vijayaratne has come good, 15 of 8. And it's good to see them sneak singles of this kind as well. The dot ball percentage that has to be minimal in this format of the game.
Oh, yes, and this is worrying signs here for Saudi Arabia. We'll take a look at that. Just went down once again on his knee, and how well he hit that flat six over long leg, getting into position, picking that length so early. Srimanta Vijayaratne is showing all his class in the middle, and with the batting depth they have, problems here for Saudi.
The wait for the umpire's signal by Hari Krishna has decided. And no bat was involved in that one. Leg by.
Not a great start for Saudi Arabia last evening. Bundled out for 86. Not really, 86 for 8 in their 20. And it was chased down in 10.1 by Oman. A blitzkrieg by Jatinder Singh. And once again, they're up against a quality batting side. And both the Canada openers are off to a flying start.
Oh, he's played a shot that Djokovic would be proud of, but if its efficacy is not reduced, then it's fine. That lands safely. Would have had his heart in his mouth. The ball kept climbing on him.
Oh yes, and all he had to do maybe was just play it over the short third region, but he decided to pull it from outside of off and play it over the mid-wicket region, and that really got high on him. Was in no position whatsoever. Very lucky.
Aaron Johnson lives by the sword, dies by the sword. Oh, much better. Very compact the way he negotiated with this one. Again, a single sneaks through for that single.
Race to 38 in the fourth over, Canada. Put into bat. Last evening they chased down a total. This time around they'll be happy putting one.
A slight change in field for Srimanta Vijayaratne. Hishan's been placed at mid-wicket, which is at least 10 yards inside the 30-yard circle. Not well directed again. That's another threat neutralized. White ball signaled. It's important to bowl a bouncer, yes, when the batter is least expecting it. You've got to deliver it in such a manner that it is not wayward. This one was wayward.
Time and again, a pacer does surprise the batter with that short delivery. Very lucky not to get a glove on it. Saudi Arabia will have to do some things differently if they have to bring about moments for themselves in this game. They began with spin. It worked for some time. But on this surface, they'll have to find that length very early.
Worked away nicely. And will not put in the dive again. Kashif has refrained from the dive for the second time, but the ball wants him to. It's been following him. Such good placement from Srimanta Vijayaratne. And what I love about that shot is the fact that he shrunk himself to put it in the gap as much as he wanted. Yes, there was a fielder lurking, but little could he do. It's a beautiful outfield as well.
How good has he looked in his 13-ball stay? Aaron Johnson and Srimanta has complimented him and has raced to 19 in only 10. They're approaching the 50-run mark and they've done it without any fuss. They haven't broken a sweat and they've played some fine cricketing shots.
It's the quietest of the shots in the entire over, and he's done that to retain strike as well. 4 gone, 44 without a wicket, Canada.
Regarding immediate.
Four overs gone, 44 without a wicket. There's beautiful mountains overlooking the wonderful cricket being played on this ground. The setting is supreme and serene together. Doesn't get past Zain. He's one of the most difficult fielders to get past because of the commitment that he gives every single time. Mikhail, what wonderful scores to get up if you're from Toronto at this moment. What wonderful scores to view first thing in the morning. 44 for no loss in 4.1.
Absolutely. Going at 10 and over, 10 wickets in hand. Batting first, the surface being a perfect batting paradise. Not much in it for the bowlers. Once again, very lucky to get away. Two short deliveries, this one keeping a little low. But otherwise, if you take a look at that surface on offer, you just need to get your eye in to set yourself up for a very big score.
Oh, that's crashed through the cover region. No one moved. It's as if that ball was destined to go for four.
Oh, he creamed it. So much of power behind it, and that's what Srimanta can bring. Third delivery, short and wide. Just stood tall, got on top of it, and dispatched it through the extra cover region. Don't bother running. Go fetch it, says the batter.
Srimanta Vijayratne. It's as if Aaron Johnson's now playing the second fiddle. A wonderful shot. He's held the post as well for the photographers. This man just sees the gap so well. Srimanta Vijayratne, we've seen how good he is in the 50-over format. Come the T20s, he's moulded himself.
And they race to 50 in the fifth over. Yet again, short and wide, goes on his toes. Look at that for position. Gets behind it and plays it through the cover sweeper region. He's batting like a dream at the moment. You thought Aaron Johnson was calling the shots. Well, he's just gone ahead of his partner as Canada has moved to 52.
Let's let this one go. Srimanta Vijayratne, for the form he was in, I just get a feeling had he cut it, he still would have got four.
Pressure. 2 consecutive boundaries, and Saqib is just trying to wonder what's the line and length he needs to stick to, because Srimanta is not missing out on the scoring opportunities. This is a very, very good start here for Canada.
Oh, good delivery. Very good delivery. Saqib's comeback has been excellent to watch. Now he needs to close the over well. One more delivery up his sleeve. Yes, he's gone for 2 boundaries, but for the young man to come back like this against a stalwart, such a treat to watch. He's cut down on the room, and he has found a golden spot on that surface. If he can land it again in the same region, you saw how much in trouble even a set batter like Srimanta was. Guides it to the fence. He's utilized the pace provided by Saqib. Placement provided by Srimanta. Another boundary at the stroke of the 5th over. 5 gone, 57 without a wicket. 5 overs gone, 57 without a wicket. Oh, what a good start it's been for Canada. That's in the gap as well. Abdul Wahid, the captain, setting an example that that's the commitment he wants from the boys. Keeps it down to a single, no drama. Was a terrific shot, the last ball of the previous over. Placing it to perfection. This man's bat, well, I think it belongs in the geometry box. Look at the precision. Change in voices. We've got Abid in the commentary box with Shoaib Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Suhas and Mikhail. Just a flick on the onside to start with this over, Srimanta. Well, we just witnessed that great looking stroke there from AJ and in the previous over, and they both seems to be having a very solid opening partnership. 60 runs, and Saudi Arabia haven't been able to pick up a wicket here. Serious concern for them.
Good evening, Abid. Good evening, everyone who's joined us for this quadrangular series. Now, what an important tournament this is. Not only for Oman, since they're the host country and all the matches are played here, but for countries like Bahrain and Saudi and Canada to come out and play against each other and test their skills and abilities. And I think Canada, as of now, in the first 5.3 overs, have shown what they can do and how dangerous they can be in the T20 format. And that's such good news, not only for Canada, but for all cricket lovers. Teams like Canada coming up through the ranks is always good to watch.
Well, indeed, it was something which was much needed for all these 4 nations. They've been waiting for the time, giving a perfect time when we just had the World Cup over, and the next day we started with this 20 overs game. Perfect season for the shorter format.
Yeah, also the weather is so good for cricket, just right. A wind, slight wind blowing across the ground, which is so common when we're playing here amongst the hills. A picturesque venue, always great to be here. And it has been a picturesque start for Canada. 60 for no loss. Big appeal. That's a big appeal, and it's been given. Well, a wicket just at the right time for Saudi. They were desperate, and that important breakthrough they've got because of this man, Usman, gets it right on the pads, and the danger man, Srimanta, has been given out.
Well, that was just coming in, and he was way out of his crease as well. But it was a solid shout out, and the bowler looked very confident. He took the danger man out, scored 34. It's 60 for 1.
$60 for 1 as the new man comes in, Pargat Singh. He's one important player, a vital cog in that Canada batting lineup, Abid. 2 matches for him, 26 runs. Looked very impressive. A strike rate of 152, which is not bad.
Yeah, that will come in handy here. 150, over 150 strike rate. And that's what they need. They lost the wicket, yes, but at the end of the power play, they had a brilliant start. They need to utilize this one and go on.
Good length to be starting. End of the over, a wicket for Usman. Canada are 60 for 1 at the end of the power play.
Ati, 45 minutes Rasha. Ati, क्या हो गया? बहुत अल्लाह बोय शाबाश
Yeah, Kartik Mills. Batsman change in bowling. Right arm over to you.
excellent excellent खाना
So the Faisal Khan is the new man coming in, and we just had the power play done and dusted. Who loops it in the air, but picked up a little too early and clean shot towards the covers. 4 runs.
Well, Aaron Johnson, from whatever we've seen of him, I think he's very, very strong towards that extra cover. We saw some really good shots yesterday, and now he's just re-emphasized that fact. You bowl anything outside off, and it's going to go all the way towards the extra cover. Beautiful shot to start the over, and he's looking in prime touch.
Shoaib, yesterday those blows that we have seen on the own side when was pulled that from excellent execution with the bottom hand as well. So he plays it all round the ground as well. It's just not that the on side is strong or the covers. He plays it at the merit of the ball. What a great player.
This time a lot better. That is where he needs to be bowling and targeting. That's a good comeback, a strong comeback from Faisal. Normally you see if you've been hit for a 4, Abid, the next ball is a lot quicker. But Faisal has flighted the ball, and I think that's the right ploy.
Yeah, this time he got it the right length and line and the turn as well. This one, a flipper there. The previous delivery that bit for the hit, I think it was the first delivery. Usually the leggies struggle to get it on the right place, and it was just too full for Aaron. And it was easy to hit wherever he wanted. Half volley again, up in the air, and that stays a hit, a maximum. What a glorious and a powerful shot down the ground.
It's just love the balance that he has when he's playing that shot. He's very still, a very balanced head, and only a swing of the bat. Look at that beautiful hit. That sounded like a gunshot when it left the bat. Rocked on the back foot this time, and will get a single.
Yeah, the only problem is with Faisal that is when he's bowling full. That's where Aaron Johnson has made his plans very clear. He'll go after anything that comes fuller. Otherwise, those who's been bowled at the good line and length,
Let's come.
he will negotiate for single only. So one final delivery to go in this over. This turned out to be an expensive one. 11 already, one more delivery to go.
It's straight to the fielder at short covers. A misfield will allow them to take that single, and Pargat Singh will be off the mark with a risky run to end the over. 7 overs have been bowled. Canada looking strong at 72 for 1. Right, 7 overs, 72 for 1. It's just the right time to look at the power play overs and how they panned out. It was a session that belonged to Canada. Started off really well, and a lot had to do with the opening batters Aaron Johnson played a few good shots and always looked very comfortable, Abid.
Well, indeed. The sweep shots, they played all over the ground, especially on the own side. Johnson against the spinner. This was a beautiful shot, the perfect shot from the backward drive to this cut shot. They played some exceptional. That was a wicket for that Srimanta departing, getting trapped in front. That was the only negative for Canada, but apart from that, they looked flawless. They were really off to a great start.
Yes, that session definitely belonged to Canada, and now they'll want to use that to their advantage. At the beautiful Oman Cricket Academy, the flags fluttering, giving you an indication that there's a wind blowing across the ground. And now it's going to be even more dangerous because we've got Pargat Singh who can hit the ball hard, and he will have that wind in his favour, looking to target that long on to mid-wicket area.
Yeah, this end suits him better, I think. The Oman LNG end. As the wind is blowing across the ground, and that's where the wind's direction is. Well, a very good length. This is where you need to be. And these two batters has been a lot choosy in terms of picking up the deliveries. They're just looking after the looseness, not going against the great bowls.
Yes, definitely that length has been a problem. Hasn't bowled anywhere full, Usman. Another short ball pulled by Pargat Singh. Has he got bat onto it? Yes, he has. Just beating the fielder. I think that should have been a chance, an opportunity to take a second wicket. He came in, did not judge the ball, missed it completely, and in return, Canada and Pargat Singh got 4 runs.
Well, I think that's what we were talking about, Shweb. The wind playing its part. It just was in the air. And the fielder couldn't judge it just because when the ball is in the air, does a little bit of a... He couldn't read it, I think. Oh, this one gone fine, gone well, gone for 4.
Back-to-back boundaries for Pargat Singh. He was expecting a fuller delivery this time, and Pargat Singh was ready, anticipating that ball. This is good batting from Pargat. Just flicked it off his pads and played it fine. No chance for the fielder behind square.
Both these boundaries has been coming on from the onside, so nothing really challenging Pargat. Outside off, I really want the bowler to be bowling outside off. Yeah, that's what the keeper is saying, I reckon.
That's a good delivery outside off, as Abid requested. That's a good ball, good comeback from Usman.
And he got a very good bounce as well. Just that you need to be at the right line and length. Look at that. Very close to get that outside edge. A very bouncy wicket this has been now for the fast bowlers.
You're right. Slow delivery, and Fuller this time drilled straight down the ground. Did not time it too well, but it was a good shot. Straight to the fielder.
Yeah, very good looking shot. The soon he saw the ball is slightly fuller, he brought that front leg up and wanted to drive it in the V. That's usually the safest place to be. The mid-off is up. We bowled a slow one, tried it, got it completely wrong. It's a wide ball. I did not work the plan. Don't you think the spinners should be the right choice to come in now from both the ends? Look at that. The batter chose the right decision not to go after it, but it was an easy delivery to hit. Shake off the head from Hasib. He doesn't enjoy the bowling. Again bowling on the onside and a chance of a run out. No, he made it. He just made it. It was a right call from Aaron. Sent back his partner. That's the end of 8 overs. It's 81 for 1 Canada.
Recording minutes.
33 of 19. And Srimanta, 34 of 21. That opening pair did the damage earlier on for Saudi. The Canadian batters really accelerated and used that power play to their advantage. And as of now, it's Pargat who's giving good partnership, being the able partner. Big appeal. They're looking for a run out. A yes-no situation again. The umpire is going upstairs. The umpire, Hari Krishna, has asked for a TV replay. The third umpire will come into play. Mujahid Surve will have to take that call.
And I think the throw sending him back from the bowler was not so quick. Yeah, it was the other hand. And Hasib collected, and I think he just made it in time. Yeah, this will tell us a better story. Yeah, dragged it properly. That's how a batter should drag his bat. I think the throw was not accurate, not quick enough. Well, I reckon the green light will be out. Yeah, it is. Green light flashing. Aaron Johnson, would it be a relief? Well, there's been a couple of occasions where both these batters got a little difficult while making a call there earlier. Pargat, now Aaron wanted to take that single too badly. Shaman, a very first delivery, little bit of a drama. A slow one. Nicely connected. There'll be only one. They find that fielder at the deep square leg. It was a very good hit. Saqib there, the fast bowler. Mohammad Saqib, he'll have a role to fill, maybe coming back later. Bowl few overs. Too full, easy picking on the long on and a slide. That was a sloppy piece of fielding. He could have done a better job there.
Well, Abid, I'm surprised that the leg spinner, he's not got another over. Faisal, after bowling a good over, yes, he went for some runs, but I think if he could get another over, he would have found his rhythm and maybe got and extracted another wicket.
Well, I'm with you on that. I was hoping the spinner would be occupying both the ends, but that's not the case. He went for a couple of boundaries and the captain decides to take him out of the attack. Very good delivery there. A hint of in-swinger and a much quicker.
Yes, Hisham has bowled well in the first 4 deliveries, just 2 runs. Aaron Johnson, he's been amongst the runs. He gave them the start yesterday as well for Canada, used that power play. Yes, no situation. They get a single, and that'll bring Pargat Singh on strike.
Well, I would have used Hisham little later, maybe after 12 overs, because he relies heavily on the slower ones and the quick deliveries. He does those a little change of pace which you need when the batter is trying to hit you out.
Yes, he does have that variation, but I think he's been brought into the attack to take wickets right now rather than wait for both these batters to settle down until the 12th or the 13th over. 9 overs have been bowled. Canada are looking good. 85 for 1.
मैं मिड विकेट जाऊंगा 77 to bowl 77
Right, so spinner now being introduced from the Oman LNG end. It's going to be Zain. Bowled the first over of the game. Was expensive in his 2 overs before this. 22 runs he conceded. And now the first ball again has been played towards cover sweeper. They'll get a single.
And it's the captain of Saudi Arabia who desperately wants a wicket here, especially the wicket of Aaron Johnson. Seems to be looking solid as moving forward. He'll get settled. Once he gets settled, it will not be easy to take him out. So he brought in spinner in. Bowls it short and wide. Not a legal delivery there. He's just trying to spray it all around on the own side and trying to bowl a little too quick.
And that was going down the leg side. Gentle push again straight to point.
Well, I like the approach and the idea here from Aaron. He's choosing only the deliveries which are there to be hit. Oh, that was an arm. A beautiful delivery, beautifully bowled. Zain, yes, he went for runs, but he's looking very good. Now, that extra bounce as well. Gets the seam, hit the deck.
Again down the leg side. This time a lot quicker, but that wouldn't change anything. Another wide added, another run added to the total. He's been expensive, Zain.
Well, again, the idea was to bowl the similar delivery that he bowled earlier, but he got a little wrong. Hunting for the pads. Slightly slower.
Come on, boy, come on, boy.
Take single now, bringing in the strike. Bhagat, we saw that those 2 hits against his spinner. There's a big indication that Bhagat Singh loves to play spinners.
Catch it!
Catched is the call, goes inside out, plays it towards the cover sweeper.
And 90. The verge of a 10th over. It's a bit too much for Saudi Arabia. They really need to pull things back here. Picking wickets is the only option here, I reckon. Nicely glided, but that will be a dot ball to end the over. Now 10 overs done, halfway through. It's 90 for 1. Canada, and it's right time to make changes in the voices as well. The next will be Sohas alongside Mikhail.
90 for 1 after 10 overs. I'm Suhas Vedam, joined by Mikhail. Hisham's been asked to bowl his second over, was tidy in the first one. And something he's been working on is the slower delivery, specifically for this tour. But the calls for 2. And 2 which will be 1 for the shot, 1 for the throw. Who gets there first? Wasn't a clean collect. He'd put in the dive as well. Pargat Singh, it's great to watch him putting a price on his wicket like this.
Fair to say, Saudi Arabia have lacked the sharpness in the field this evening. Now he was struggling for the second run, Pargat Singh. He was very slow to take off the blocks. And for the second run, he was hesitant as well. That was a very good throw. Slightly flatter would have made the difference. A one bounce throw would have really kept everyone interested. By the end of it, Pargat Singh lives to tell a story. But this has again been a very good partnership. After Srimanta Vijayaratne departed, Pargat and Aaron have added valuable runs for the second wicket.
The dive didn't go down well with him. Pargat Singh receiving medical attention right away. We'll have a look at it again. He's decided to go with sandwiching his hand between the ice packs. The first one was on for sure. Pargat Singh, this is where he realized he has to hurry. As Mikhail mentioned, was a little slow to start off. That dive, with the dive, he's hurt himself a little bit on the hand, the right hand, which becomes his bottom hand eventually. And at the moment, Ankur, the physio, has decided to put ice packs on either side of that hand.
Yes, and it'll be interesting to see if he stays to play. We did see an injury concern last evening as well, where Umair Noor, the wicket keeper of Bahrain, had to be stretchered off the field after he injured himself. We get confirmation on his availability sometime later in the day when Oman take on Bahrain. But at the moment, Pargat Singh receiving some medical treatment. Not a bad time to administer some ice just to control the swelling. Good to see him back. Yeah, there he is. He's looking good. He'll not want to miss out on an opportunity. He's set himself up well. And not a bad time also for the Saudi Arabia fielders to get together and have a conference. Oh, the Oman team has begun practicing. They have a match up next in some time. That's Rafiullah. What a start he's had. A debut last evening alongside Samay Srivastav. This is a very good side. Fawad Ali as well.
It's not the best delivery and a little bit of a fumble. He's searching for the ball, Kashif. And that search is what has allowed the second run. Pargat Singh this time doesn't want to smash himself into the keeper. What is it with the second run and Pargat Singh? Hisham's furious because there was only one run written over it.
And what they do is they change the fielder immediately because they understand that's the area he's targeting. Once again, he was complaining or rather asking for the no ball there. Back live. Slow delivery.
Very good delivery that. Within the wide line, no problem there. And it's important to have the keeper in cahoots when you're bowling such a good slower delivery as well. This is back of the hand. We've talked about the fact that he's been working on different kinds of slower deliveries, especially for this tour. And he feels he's match ready. Straight to the fielder, but I get a feeling had he left this one, this was beyond the wide line.
And also Hisham getting a little too predictable there. Back-to-back slow deliveries, back of the hand and in the same area. Very lucky. It didn't go past that fielder at extra cover. It was 4 written all over it. Abdul Wahid Abdul Ghaffar, the captain there.
Straight to the fielder again. Abdul Wahid can be proud of him as a skipper. He set a good field for a righty and a lefty at the same time.
Absolutely, and well done as well. At backward point, but that shot quite audacious, let me tell you. To a pacer, you go down and play a reverse sweep. Just talks about the kind of assurance the batter has when he's playing such shots as well.
In Pargat's dictionary, a bowler is a bowler, it seems. He doesn't decipher or differentiate between a pacer and a spinner, treats them alike. That's in the gap, but there is protection in the deep. One of the better fielders as well. Now, how important is... We'll get back to it in the next over, of course. 11 overs gone, 96 for 1.
Shaba boy, Shaba boy, Shaba boy. Shabash, excellent effort karke Shaba Rana. Active boy, Shabash. Shabash Sake. Active hoke zara. बहुत आला ज़हन, बहुत आला, well adjustment boy. Shabash.
That's a good shot. That's a very good shout indeed. He plonked his front foot across. Oh, the throw as well. The throw was wavered. While Hasib, the keeper, was engulfed in the appeal, there was an opportunity to run the batter out as well. This is a brain-fade moment from Saudi Arabia. This is where the appeal starts. Hasib joins in. Little did he realize the batter is way out. Had he collected it, he was a goner. Not once, but Aaron Johnson, within a span of 4 seconds, survives twice.
This is schoolboy cricket by Saudi Arabia. They should have had Aaron Johnson walking back to the dugout. It was a straightforward run out. Goes big and dispatches that one bounce over the bowler's head. Beg your pardon, corrections. Flat 6 over the bowler's head. And this 100 is also up here for Canada.
He'll make you pay. And there isn't a better way of showing that. Very next delivery disappears. 102 for 1. What a dominant display of batting this from Canada after being asked to bat first. Clears his front foot, smashes it straight down the ground as well.
Excellent, excellent, Rana. Well done, bache. Well done, bache. Well done, bache.
It's a good comeback by Zain though. It almost felt like this one's in the slot too, but slightly changed the length. Pargat Singh will feel at ease now that runs have come by in this over. He's allowed to do this. Oops, they've run into each other. Pargat Singh. The curse of the second run is what we were talking about. It's seeping into the first run as well. He's getting hurt more while running than the ball hitting him. This is not a good sign at all. We've talked about the lack of communication. Both of them wanted a single, only to choose. They chose the same path. Aaron Johnson, the more muscular of the two.
And this is not visuals on replay or loop. Few deliveries back, he was nursing his left hand, and now he's nursing his right arm. Pargat Singh has been on collision mode for some time, and he's been receiving ice treatment time and again. Work to do for the physio, but Pargat needs to continue, and they need to be very alert as well in their running. They've had their own problems there, Aaron and he. They've had some lack of communication, a run out almost for Aaron. And this time around, this collision could have led to another run out as well.
What should have been a simple, innocuous single has turned out to be another occasion for Ankush Sharma to come out and nurse an injury. When we talk about communication, it's about judgment of a run is all that we think, but it's also about the lines that you run in.
And the last thing you need is a batter being retired hurt because of your own collisions with your batter.
Aaron Johnson, if you look at it again in the replay, Aaron Johnson, after a point of time, just said, all right, come on, give me that bear hug. Because he's ball watching. Remember, Pargat is ball watching. Aaron Johnson just looked up, only to realize Pargat's too close for comfort suddenly. He dropped his bat. Luckily, it wasn't a sneaky single. Luckily, it was supposed to be a simple single. Otherwise, the throw could have been on its way. And remember, for all the viewers and of course the youngsters watching, when you lose the bat in between, you also lose out on a couple of yards that you would cover by stretching it eventually while getting to the running end.
And in all of it, you need to keep sprinting and not thinking about what's happened in the middle. And Pargat did stutter a bit after that collision. He should have been racing at the other end to the non-striker's end.
That's much better. That is very, very good shot. When running has been a problem, let's go runs in a way that you don't have to.
If that's the result a collision brings about, then you can keep colliding with your partner, Pargat. What a shot, dancing down the track, over extra cover. He's showing absolutely no pain or discomfort, as he may just be changing, changing his gloves.
Yeah, Pargat Singh's change of gloves. I think it's also a statement sent to the opposition that his bottom hand is all right. Nelson on the board. Mikhail, give us a hop.
I'm comfortably placed on my commentator's chair, Suhas.
I know, we're waking up, huh?
Well, all the hop and skips are happening right there in the middle.
He's gone into an overbreak. This 112. Now in between, while we were on a break, we were discussing the Nelson. And also trying to figure out who amongst us is going to give us the hop.
Well, at the moment, Pargat has got all the hop and skips in the middle with all the collisions happening over there. I am comfortably placed in my chair over here.
He's been caught on the hop a couple of times. Good slower delivery. Again, Hisham. It's one thing to have that in your armory. It's quite another to use it at the right time. And the right time in this format of the game is when the batter least expects it.
Another very strong performance with the bat by Aaron Johnson. Pargat being promoted in the batting order. And Canada looking very good to get somewhere close to 200 with 9 wickets in hand.
Oh, good slower delivery once again. He's set out on the run all by himself once again. Pargat Singh said no. It's good to see Hasib getting to it, quickly getting the glove off as well, just in case more power was involved in getting the throw in. Now he hasn't watched the ball. Pargat Singh is watching it clearly. It wasn't a clean collect. Had that been a clean collect again, half an opportunity perhaps. But Aaron Johnson's living dangerously. Both these batters have decided that running is not their strong suit. Opportunity. Gone down. Very difficult.
Yes, there have been chances, there have been half chances, but the Saudi Arabia fielders have just not been able to pouch any. This one was fiercely struck, never easy when you're the bowler and it's coming back at you when you're in your follow through. Especially when a batter like Aaron Johnson, who strikes the ball so hard, is hitting it. This time he's picked it up and it goes into the long on region. One bounce into the ropes. So Aaron Finch in the process gets to his 50. Back-to-back 50s for him in this tournament. What a dream start he's had to the Desert Cup T20 International Series. It's been a very fine exhibition of aggression. 36 deliveries for his 52. There again in the slot. And he goes the distance.
A terrific hit indeed. I love the clarity with which he plays the shot. Something that will eventually trickle into his running too. This 50 has been the scratchy of the two that we've seen so far. But what a good start to the tournament for Aaron Johnson. Doesn't feel like he's on a debut tour. He was so good back in Canada when Nepal toured, and so did other countries like Qatar. But here he is on his first tour, already making a mark. 13 gone, 120 for 1.
PCR, can you hear me? Yeah, can I have the run out opportunity and the catch opportunity back to back? Please, thank you.
Usman's picked up a wicket. He's looking good. He tends to hurry the batter. You could see the frustration from Aaron Johnson. Every time it doesn't hit the middle of the bat. But to be honest, Usman knows that this one hurried onto the batter. He's known in the circles for delivering a heavy ball as well, Usman. He's been tidy. While all the others have gone for runs, he's been tidy. 19 deliveries, 23 given away. Picked up an important wicket, Mikhail. Wanted to be cheeky there. Pargat Singh exposing all the 3 stumps. Intention right, execution not so much. Went down the wrong line there. Pargat Singh. 26 or 21. It's important that he kicks into the next gear as well. With 9 wickets in hand, Canada can look good for a big, big total. I think he's got the license to go for the big shot now.
He certainly does. And this is what they should be aiming at with 9 wickets in hand. Because both batters, having batted for this while in the middle, can easily have the freedom and license to go big virtually every ball. What a surface this has been to bat on.
I'm absolutely loving this indeed. And what I liked about yesterday as well, and kudos to the curators, second game, second innings, ball comes out of the man onto the bat wonderfully well with a bit of dew. It skids on. He's very graciously left. So much grass, and this will land short as well. That's been the story so far for Saudi Arabia. The opportunities they've created, they just haven't been grasped. Aaron Johnson suddenly entered a phase of slump as he's down on his haunches. Once again, not getting it from the middle of the bat. Does it happen at times when you're playing well? Everything is being struck from the middle of the bat. Suddenly, the wind changes. Suddenly a phase where the ball refuses to find the middle. That's a great collect. That's a great collect. There was a sound. Umpire Hari Krishna suggesting it was the bat hitting the ground.
Some excitement behind the stumps, but the umpire unmoved. Very good delivery. It was more of the bat hitting the turf. At that point, Hasib took off, just hoping there was some edge on that.
You could see the desperation as well. Saudi Arabia required the second wicket as quickly as possible. 1, 2, 3 for 1 in 14 overs almost. It's a very good total on this kind of a track, especially the launch pads created for a big finish. Misses it completely. Pargat Singh is kicking himself. Good change in pace as well by Usman. 14 gone. 1, 2, 3 for 1.
Not been the best of bowling cards here for Saudi Arabia. 42 in 4 overs for Zain. He's been the costliest. Rather, it's been Mohammad Saqib, 13 in his 1 over. None of them really going out there and making an impact. Usman Najib, 1 for 25 in his 4. And for that matter, Mohammad Hisham as well, 19 runs in his 3 overs have been the standout performers. And otherwise, what's been a very ordinary bowling effort yet again, as Canada have made merry in the middle. Just the one solitary wicket for the bowling side. And they will really want a few more in the bag as this game approaches the business end in this innings.
The cross seam delivery coming through from Saqib. Runs it down to third man and picks up a single. Aaron Johnson. Now Aaron Johnson's 55 has been a treat to watch, of course. At the same time, it's been a little scratchy as well. This was a run-out opportunity for sure. Not a clean collect. And then another opportunity created, put down. Saudi Arabia have only themselves to blame. And Aaron Johnson, well, everybody would want to know. That will be a dot ball. A little bit of a hassle as Hasib doesn't collect it. Now Aaron Johnson, everybody wants to know what insurance does he have. He's been paying premiums for catches. He's safeguarded from runouts.
All he should be doing right now is just going to the nearest lottery counter and picking up a few lotteries for himself. Nevertheless, he's not lost concentration. He may be a wee bit tired in these conditions, but by the end of it, he's hung around and scored his second 50. We are at the Oman Cricket Academy, and fair to say that we are nestled between wonderful mountains and peaks out here. Gives the charge, and he's been castled. Finally, Saqib gets his man. Pargat stay in the middle ends. This was a very fine delivery. Just lost the line while trying to play it, and Saudi get their second breakthrough.
Persistent pays off. Saqib full straight when it matters. A little bit of an outside edge, and the off stump is slightly pegged back. The phase of Pargat Singh's loss in concentration has also brought his demise in this innings. 27 of 26 is not good enough after getting a start. 124 for 2.
brilliant boy, shabash, excellent. Excellent, yes, please. Shaba bacha. Batsman jersey number 49, 4 and 9, 14. Brilliant ho gaya, shabash. Starting leg. 4 and 9, 49. 4 and 9, thank you. Item over 3 to come.
Ravinder.
124, the second wicket falls down. Ravinder Pal Singh comes to the middle. Again, a very seasoned campaigner, 480 runs, a 50 and a century in this format. And that century was on debut. A very flamboyant cricketer yesterday as well, scored a quick fire 20. Starts off very busy player as well. Yes, he recognizes the opportunity for another run. First run was earned, the second was a gift. There was no there wasn't a requirement for that throw, you believe, or there should have been better backing up?
It should have been a better throw firstly. Freebies being gifted here by Saudi Arabia fielders. That was a wayward throw, not in position, nowhere close to the wicket keeper. The backing up was not ready as well.
Catch it is the call. Hasib cannot get there. Second run is an afterthought. And the second run's completed as well. Ravinder Pal Singh and Aaron Johnson treated the second run like a relay race. You only start when I reach.
And I'll tell you what, in all of it, Aaron Johnson is saying, I'm running out of steam. Ravinder Pal is fresh legs. He's pushing him for the second run. And that's why, if you look at Aaron Johnson right now, he is just catching his breath at the non-striker's end.
Again, he wants to push for two. Aaron Johnson's decided singles enough. And single it shall be as well. 15 overs gone, 129 for two.
Okay, sorry. Select it, please.
15 overs gone, 129 for two. The launch pad's been created for a big finish in the last 5. And to take you through, we have Shoaib Ahmed and Abid in the com box.
Well, a very good shot there. Ravinder Pal playing in style, gliding it beautifully. Well, thank you very much, Suhas and Mikhail. And look at that. Just gliding, getting that feather edge.
Never mind, runner, never mind, bache.
And there is no chance for third. He tried his best. Irshad. The third, he was deep there, but it was a little too fine for him. Oh, peach of a delivery. That's where you need to be. Excellent ball. Full. Wider. That's kind of a deliveries that we look forward when it comes to the end of the over. Now, there is no point in picking up wickets. It's all about containing runs here, Shoaib.
Yes, I think they need both. They need a mix of wickets and they should be able to contain runs, because right now Canada are looking good to get to that 180 mark. Full toss delivery. Ravinder Pal Singh plays it towards the cover sweeper. And they would want that wicket of Aaron Johnson now, because he's looking well set and he's just looking to launch after getting to his landmark of that 50 run. He's got the license to go big.
And I tell you what, he's still got enough time to bring the 100 up. That would be something special to witness. So if we make a little bit of our calculation and this man hits it and executes the plan, we might have that first 100 of Powerplay.net Desert Cup. There you go. Bowled him beautifully. There is no room for him. And that's where Atif Rahman has to be. Not giving him a lot of time.
That's a perfect Yorker. Great delivery. All Aaron Johnson could do was play it back, dig it out. We've been very impressed with the bowling of Saudi. Yes, they haven't been able to penetrate that strong batting lineup of Canada. That's been played towards the short. Oh, that's poor fielding. That should have been stopped. That would have been a single. Now it is 2 runs that Aaron Johnson will get.
Well, I like the idea, the way he's came down the track, because he saw the bowler is bowling those good Yorkers. He just wanted to make it a full toss and make a use of it. Nothing taking away from Atif. He yet again bowled him that perfect Yorker. Watching him a little early, that Johnson has left his popping crease little too early.
Yes, I'm sure all the bowlers of Saudi have gone back and watched our game, yesterday's game, and have learnt that Yorkers can be bowled, and if they get those Yorkers right, they will be able to control the flow of runs. We were asking for Yorkers when me and Suhas were there in the com box, and today we've been fortunate enough to see them as well. 16 overs, 137 for 2.
Well, there's been still Aaron Johnson going. It's going with a very good pace there. On a verge of getting that 60 already. Saqib. Oh, he's been picked it up over the covers. And that is maybe a 6 or 4. That's 4. Just bounced inside the rope. The beautiful shot. He's lofted that beautifully. Got nicely underneath it. That's where you need to be. Now he has predicted that the next delivery is going to be full. I was almost there to bowl him the Yorker. I made a room. Gone towards the extra cover. Nothing for the fielder. One more time. Down the track and down the ground. That's massive. Huge. And a maximum. Now we are talking Aaron Johnson. Is looking unstoppable here.
Yes, Saqib has been taken to the cleaners right now. Another short delivery. You can't be bowling that. Coming straight down the ground. Flat batted that. And he's got 6 runs for it. Aaron Johnson is looking dangerous. And that's not good news for Saudi Arabia. Saqib. Still no Yorkers. He's got that cross seam delivery, which means he's going to go full. Well done. I thought he's going to pitch it again on the wicket. But that's a good ball. A good comeback from Saqib.
Well, I think the coach have worked with them. I think the bowling coach and Kabir Khan as well. How to contain some runs, how to bowl at the death overs. They have done that great, that bowling those Yorkers. But one thing they need to change here. That's the captain for Saudi Arabia. Seems to be happy with the proceeding at one juncture. They were looking easily to play that 10 runs and over. Pull a little bake. Oh, that's down the leg side. That is a hunt. And he executed a little wrong. Bowled it down the leg side. Will be called wide. Saqib has already gone for 30 runs. Look at that. He was looking to bowl onto the pads. And the batter has shuffled a little bit. Ravinder Pal.
Oh, that has got a lot of bat, a lot of meat onto it. Will just clear the ropes. The fielder was hoping that it would land in his hands, but that hit has gone over the ropes. Another expensive over coming in. This time it is Ravinder Pal Singh who gets 6 runs.
Very good hit it is. When you want to hit it, he should go for the full. Just dragged it from outside off to the onside, made a little bit of a room, but then he planned to pick it up on the onside and hits it beautifully. Just enough to bring up that 6 runs. Pinpoint Yorker. Oh, it was a good follow through from Saqib. He almost got the wicket there, run out there.
That's a good ball. That is where he needs to be bowling on a consistent basis. Get those Yorkers in place. We saw in the previous over, Atif bowled really well when he got those Yorkers in. That is what the plan should be. But as of now, Canada are looking good. They're looking really dangerous. 16 of 8 for Ravinder Pal Singh. Aaron Johnson, the danger man, is out there on 70. Last ball of the over. Low full toss and straight to the fielder. A wicket on a full toss. Saqib, well, he is enjoying that, and why not? He's got that important breakthrough. Ravinder Pal Singh will have to walk back, and Saqib strikes on the last ball of the over.
Well, it was always a risk to bowl a little full, but he got the York a little wrong. It came full toss and the eyes lit up. Ravinder Pal wanted to hit it over the covers, couldn't clear the fielder. Got out on 16, faced 9 deliveries, 155 for 3 at the end of 17. And it's the end of the over now. Aaron Johnson will take the strike. He's 30 runs away and 3 overs to end the first inning. Only need 10 runs each over and he'll reach to that 100, maiden 100 of this tournament. And joining him is from the other end is the captain, Saad Zafar. Coming down the track, a little bit of a shuffle there. Oh, very casual running there. It could have been a goner if that was close by or hitting the stumps.
Atif again trying to go full. Was in two minds, Aaron Johnson. Yes, no, a hesitant start, and he'd already given up. Had that ball hit the stumps, you're right, he would have been run out by a big margin. Saad Zafar, the skipper, the hero of the previous game for Canada, also the player of the match, scored quick fire 30 runs in that game. 24 matches, 102 runs, a strike rate of 124. Again, a low full toss, a run out, another chance. But again, missing the stumps. They get that single, but it's a risky one, Abid.
Well, indeed, Saad Zafar played the showstopper show yesterday. He's played still that show completely with a 414 strike rate with 7 deliveries, scoring 29. And that was a match-winning knock, let me tell you. Chased down over to 190. 195 was the target. In fact, they finished on a style as well. Both these played a major role against Bahrain yesterday, and this time Atif is getting that Yorker really well. He haven't conceded a lot of runs comparing to the other bowlers, despite he's got a couple of hits.
This is good bowling. This is good execution of the Yorkers. Plain and simple. Come, run in, Keep calm and bowl Yorkers. That looks to be his mantra. Goes for the Yorker again, a shuffle, and that's been played towards square leg. Fielder coming underneath, trying to come underneath the ball, and doesn't reach the ball in time. That should have been taken. Not anticipating is a big problem. Kashif, the man in question.
Kashif Siddiqui covered a lot of ground before reaching towards the ball. It was bowled outside off where Johnson wanted to go on the onside. Sprinted really well, but forward diving could have taken the danger man out. You need a wicket here. If you pick up a wicket from here, you can control the damage. If these two batters bat along the 20 overs, I see 200 or maybe 190 coming up. And that it will be slightly difficult to chase down.
He's gone high up in the air. Fielder coming underneath it and will take it. So the hero of the previous game, Saad Zafar, has to walk back. The captain just scoring 1 run, and Atif. Well, the disciplined bowling has worked for Saudi Arabia. Atif getting that ball in the slot, was there to be hit, just couldn't get the timing right. And a simple catch to dismiss Saad Zafar. 1 off 2, it's 158 for 4.
We'll just flick on the onside. And 2 is the call. He's lost his footing. Trouble here. The throw is at the wrong end. A drama. An action. But it's all save at the end. End of the over number 18. 160 for 4 Canada. Well, I think the most of the deliveries Aaron Johnson should be facing here. Oh, hits it. Hits it straight. No looking shot. Straight down the ground. But fielder can only watch it sailing over his head. What a shot.
Yes, a no-look shot from Aaron Johnson. And as you mentioned, the fielder could only look at the ball, sail over his head. Look at that. Beautiful shot. Just a great use of his hands. Great hand-eye coordination. And Aaron Johnson, when he hits it straight down the ground, it is so pleasing to the eye. You want to watch that on loop again and again and again. Aaron Johnson, 78 of 50 deliveries. Canada are on 166. 11 more deliveries to go, Abid. With Aaron Johnson still out there, how many do you think they'll get in the next 11 deliveries?
A very tricky question there. But I think if Aaron Johnson stays there, we might see the 190 plus. That is a mammoth shot. That's monster hit on the onside, on the roadside. That ball is traveling, still traveling. What a huge hit. Yes, he knew it.
He's enjoyed that, and why not? That's gone a long distance. On the pads, easy pickings. Hisham just giving him, feeding those deliveries. Went for the Yorker, I think, but has completely missed the line, the length. And Aaron Johnson, he moves on to 84. Back-to-back sixes on the first two deliveries. Can we see a hat-trick of sixes? I'm sure Aaron Johnson is thinking about that. Where does he go? Which area does he choose? Hisham, on the other hand, can you bowl the best slower delivery?
Shoaib, goodness me, you called it right. You called it absolutely correct. That's something the bowler should do, and you called it wonderful. The slow, full Yorker, back of the hand, and got the big wicket. What a wicket it is. Take a bow.
Well, yes, Aaron Johnson, he's walking back. Again, an important role for him. He's done the job. Scored 84 runs for his side in 52 deliveries. Well played, Aaron Johnson. 172 for 5.
Your bat straight. Slightly. Yep. Leg stop. Right more 3 to come.
Harsh Thakur, the new man in. Slower delivery. Straight to that point fielder. The fielding has not been that great. Especially the ground fielding, Abid. The catches, they're okay, Saudi Arabia, but the ground fielding can get a lot better, a lot of room for improvement for Saudi Arabia, for the men in green.
Well, indeed. And this time he pulled his length back. Fielding has been an issue. Rightly called there, Shoaib. With a new batter, it's always good to bowl them full. He was bowling full Yorker to Johnson. Can he completely control this over? He had the last laugh. Back of the length, pulled into the gap between the two fielders. There is a plenty of gap.
Good shot from Arman Kapoor. Short and a lot of time when Hisham is bowling those slower short deliveries. That was a poor delivery, and that was slammed right between the square leg and the mid-wicket fielder, bisecting that gap to perfection. Arman Kapoor has got 4 runs as Canada move on to 177. One more ball to go in the over. Gets that slower delivery. Oh, that could have been a chance, was it? But that's been played in the gap. They'll get 2 runs. End of the 19th over, Hisham was hit for a few runs but got the important wicket of Aaron Johnson. 179 for Canada. One more over to go.
Next one, please, sir.
Final over. All important over. Slashed. The third was up. And the ball travels and wins the race. 4 runs, a welcome boundary here. They were in a need of a boundary here since departure of Aaron Johnson. The score has been slightly slower.
Well, Atif trying to go full outside off. You can't have that fielder inside the 30-yard circle, the third, if you are going to bowl that line. Get those Yorkers on the stumps, Atif. But if you are bowling wide, you will need the third fielder to be at the deep third region. Last over has been started off well for Canada. A 4 on the very first ball. That's much better, closer to the off stump. This time has been drilled. They're looking for 2. Oh, this is great running between the wickets. Absolutely brilliant work. And Saudi Arabia are faltering when it comes to their fielding.
Well, why not? 2 fresh legs together. If you can't get a boundary there, at least run hard. That's what they say, the coaches say. The first one, you need to run quick. And they did that one, create the opportunity for the second one. And it was excellent running between Harsh and Arman. Shot and pulled, nailed it. Oh, what a take. Onto the boundary line. Has he hit that rope? It seems yes. That is all the way. 6 runs maybe. We'll wait for the umpire signal, but the fielder body language says yes, he did touch the rope.
Yes, I think we'll have to look and confirm that through the replays. Hari Krishna, the umpire, will also want to go upstairs and check. Let's look at that in the replay and find out whether his foot touched. But you're right, the body language tells you a story that is not in favor of Saudi Arabia. He takes that catch, takes it, and then I think some part of the foot has touched the ropes. The heel has touched the ropes. Yes, 6 signaled. So good catch, but just overstepping and touching the ropes.
Hello, with that 6, they crossed 190, and that's giving some relief to Canada. Can they get 9 more runs out of 3 deliveries? They're almost on the verge to score 200 runs. Haven't seen 200 runs actually been scored so far in the tournament. The closest we got was 199. It was the same team, Canada, while chasing. So the closest team to get to 200 was Canada. They scored 199.
2 more deliveries to go and 8 runs to get to that 200-run mark. Played towards backward point. Only a single, so even if they hit a 6, it's going to be 199, Abid.
At least 200 target would be decent on board, would be looking at least. And that's psychologically advantage also, but I think Canada must be happy with the way proceedings has been. It wasn't easy to bat on. Earlier when the day was out, the wicket had a little bit of moisture on that. But their openers have given them a great, and that is final delivery. He bowled at the Yorker rightly on target, and the final total on board will have is 195 runs to win for Saudi. A little too big task.
Yes, Saudi will have to bat really well to get to that score. Canada will be very happy with their batting. They also wanted to bowl first at the toss. Saad Zafar mentioned that he would have loved to bowl. But I think looking at this first innings, they will feel that they've got a strong hold on this game. If they bowl well, if they restrict Saudi Arabia in the first 6 overs, the game will definitely be a lot more favorable towards Team Canada. 194 is a very good score on that wicket. I think it's 10-15 runs more and above the par score.
bring in Faisal only for 1 over. He's gone for a few boundaries and was taken out of the attack. And then they brought in the spinner, didn't work. And Johnson was taking all these bowlers for the cleaners. And that was the Saqib's first wicket. And Johnson was looking really powerful. All those big shots. Is playing really well. That was a wicket there. And this is when he struck 2 back-to-back boundaries. And the slow and steady, the Yorker took the danger man out. And because of Johnson getting out, they couldn't reach the 200. The way Johnson was going, it looked at one point they'll reach the 200 mark. But this was catch taken, but the foot hit the rope. And that concluded 20 overs. So when we come back, we'll see Saudi Arabia's respond to 195 in all allotted 20 overs. We'll take a short break and be right back.
The chase is on. Canada once again putting up a very strong batting effort. And now the task is up to Saudi Arabia to make it count. One down already in the tournament for them. They'll have to get back to winning ways to find some momentum and climb the ladder in that points table. It's match number 3, day 2, and this is how the batting card of Canada looks. Put into bat, Aaron Finch scored his second consecutive 50, and he led the charge up front, 84 of 52. Nicely supported by Sri Mantha as well. That opening partnership gave them that much needed Philip Pargat as well. Contributed 27 of 26. Ravindra Pal played a small little cameo, and Harsh in the end hit some big sixes to take them to 194 for 5 in 20 overs. Not much to say about the bowling department. That's because everybody was carted all around the park this evening. 2 for 37, Mohammad Saqib was the pick of the bowlers. 1 for 38 for Mohammad Hisham Sheikh. 1 for 25 and 1 for 38 for Atif and Usman as well. As many as 5 wickets falling. But by the end of it, Canada had ensured that they got the runs on the board as well. Just the right time to welcome my co-commentator Suhas Vedam as well. Good evening, Suhas.
Good evening, Mikhail. Good evening, everyone watching. And Saudi Arabia need 195 in the allotted 29.7. The required rate at the start. They got to curtail it in the first 6. The importance of the first 6 overs that would be seen. Now, I think when you're chasing 195, they can borrow a leaf out of Canada's chase 195. They can borrow a leaf out of Canada's chase last night. Set smaller targets for yourself and then go for the bigger fish.
Openers making their way to the middle, knowing very well that they need to score at close to 10 runs per over. This is match number 3 of the Desert Cup T20I Series, a quadrangular with 4 teams participating, and it'll be up to these 2 gentlemen to bring about a strong start. They have been very ordinary in the field early in the day, conceding 190 odd runs. All eyes will be on this opening combination of Saudi Arabia. And for starters, Canada will surely look to attack with the kind of cushion they have in terms of runs in the middle.
A lot of experience with Abdul Wahid and Faisal Khan. Faisal Khan's looking in better shape this time around. If he comes good, which Saudi Arabia would be praying he does, then this target can be hunted down. Abdul Wahid has got to play a captain's innings as well. Got to start, but has to convert. He's been scoring 50s and 60s on a regular basis back home in Saudi Arabia, but different tracks, different conditions, and a very different opponent.
Right, the strike rate will need a much needed improved performance tonight, at least if they have to get to somewhere close to 190. Presently it's 102 for him, a best of 41. 9 T20 internationals. He'll certainly want to use this at the big occasion. We saw what Kaleem Rahman did last evening. He got the ball to move a fairly decent economy of little over 6. That's top-notch bowling effort, an average of 27 wickets for him. 28 years of age, and last evening we saw him get that ball to come back into the right-hander and also leave. He got movement in the air and off the surface as well. Faisal Khan, the big hitter. He does not waste time to take off. Look at that strike rate, 179, a best of 83. This is going to be a good contest as you're all set for play in the second innings as Canada chase 196. And immediately signs of aggression there by Abdul Wahid.
He's very compact only in the practicing shadow practice. He was very compact there, otherwise a full flow. Right from the back left to the way he finished the shot. Hint of movement right away for Sana Kaleem. Sana Kaleem, what a revelation he has been. Of course, played under 19 for Pakistan. But the way he showed the world what he's made of. Edged, and no, it's not pouch. The bucket-like hands. AJ reminds me of that catch against Nepal. We were talking about that just before this game began as well. But that one stuck, this didn't.
Just a little late to react on that one, but that was always going away from him. Very valiant effort by the end of it. Aaron Johnson has just finished a mighty innings in the middle, and all of a sudden the ball comes to him and says, listen, you are the preferred gentleman this evening. The ball's been following him. That is a good effort by the end of it.
Sri Mantha escaping today. Remember, it's not Arman Kapoor donning the gloves behind the wicket. That was pinging off the bat, but straight to Arman as we speak about him. With gloves or without gloves on the field, he's terrific. Faisal Khan's departing without denting any confidence of the opposition. Faisal Khan departs without troubling the scorers. First ball, gets it from the middle of the bat, but into the hands of the fielder.
And a very good catch as well. They are delighted. Canada right in the mix at the moment. Faisal will have to depart without troubling the scorers. He goes for the 0. It's 1 for 1 in the first over. Kashif Siddiqui makes his way to the middle in the very first over. Faisal Khan departs. This is going to be a very big ask for them. They have been losing wickets at regular intervals. It's a team that's struggling to find momentum. They've lost the first game to Oman, and they're against a formidable side in Canada this time around, and they have their backs to the wall. Movement yet again. That's what Asana Kaleem can do time and again. Just like the way he gets that ball to move both ways. Came very close to the wickets. This time it was movement off the deck. Last evening he got the ball to move in the air off the surface, and tonight as well, under lights, he's making that white ball to dance. Oh, he's picked that up. Very good shot towards the mid-wicket region. Now, these are signs that Kashif Siddiqui is not going to allow the bowler to dominate him. Just got into position quickly and dispatched that towards the mid-wicket region.
A terrific shot and well summed up. He knows that he's got a clear script. He's got to attack and make the most of the first 6 overs. Don't look at the wickets column. It's important for Kashif to get a lot of runs under his belt. It's the second game in this series. Powerplay.net Desert Cup T20I Series. If Kashif can come good, it'll do a world of confidence to Saudi Arabia. Because when your left-hander is firing, it opens up many other options.
Nicely driven towards mid-off. Oh, a little bit of a fumble. Got an awkward bounce. But quick to recover and keep it to a single. 1 gone. It's 1 for 6.
Number 11 to bowl, number 11. That's it. Guarding leg. Bowlers coming right arm over.
6 for 1. Amar Khalid was terrific yesterday. Started off really well, went for runs in the second spell of his. Khalid with the new ball has been a treat to watch with an economy of 9.5. That's what he finished with. But that does not mirror his efforts in the first 2 overs. He was terrific. Slip in place. And Khalid will swing the ball or no. Lets this one go. Kashif rightfully so didn't have to chase that one.
The last thing Saudi Arabia will need is playing catch up in this game as well. Last evening they batted first. This time they're chasing. Wicket in the first over. Amar Khalid was the pick of the bowlers last evening. A wicket of his very first delivery. He can get the ball to bounce, carry, climb onto the batter as well. He's got good height.
Crisply struck and very well fielded. Good luck getting it past Arman. He's given up the gloves today, but he's making it count.
Just too multi-dimensional there, Arman Kapoor. Behind the wickets, he's been very tidy. In the field, he's been sharp. You need players like this who can raise the standards in the middle.
Not only has he converted one terrific catch, he's saved two certain boundaries then. One of that catch and one this one. Was crisply struck. Kashif Siddiqui made to work for his runs really, really hard. Nice and early call. No, Abdul Ghaffar wouldn't have made it.
That cordon over there, point and backward point of Nazar and Kapoor, so sharp, anticipating well, walking in, just creating a very, very strong bull ring around the 30-yard circle, which is so nice.
And that's the difference of 195 looking like a 210, isn't it? How impressive has Amar been with the new ball in hand. Very well placed. Excellent shot. Kashif Siddiqui accepted that additional bounce and did minimum swivel and placement.
What was good about that shot is that there's no half measures. He went through with it in not the most comfortable of positions while playing it. You can look at it. It was a little too late to get onto that pull, but he went through with that shot, and in the first 6 overs you need to take your chances. This is the calculated risk that we keep talking about.
I'm very interested in seeing where he's standing. Now, because the ball's not swinging as much, he's not standing outside the crease. Oh, that is one of the cleanest hits we've seen in the day. Clean as a whistle.
What a shot. This will do a world of good to his confidence. And I'll tell you what, stand and deliver on the up. Look at that. Firm head as well. That head position suggesting that once it got the middle of the bat, that was a certain four.
The idea is clear. Make the most of the first 6 overs. Take that additional risk. Don't stop with a single boundary. Go for the other one as well. What it's prompted Saad bin Zafar to do is remove the slip. More protection in front of the wicket. Good delivery. What a good comeback from Khalid. Again, that extra bit of bounce.
I'm a little surprised with that move of removing the slip. You have a target of 190 plus. Just one boundary completely changes the mindset and the field as well. You'd rather continue attacking and give him that space to play the big hits. That creates an opportunity and a chance for the bowling side as well, is how I look at it. But of course, the captain has his own plans.
Absolutely. Even the second shot that he played, boy, did he middle it. Straight down the ground he went.
And maybe there's another point as well. There's not much of movement that we are seeing all of a sudden through off the surface when Amar Khalid is bowling, or rather in the air.
Oh, that is also travelling just in front of the boundary rope. It falls. A margin of 2 inches would be counted as 2 runs.
2 gone. It's 19 for 1. Nicely played in the gap once again. The fielder will have to give up chase on this occasion. 4 more. This has been a completely dominant start here by Saudi Arabia, unlike to what they had last evening.
A terrific shot. Again, doing the bare minimum, not trying to hit it hard. Because when you try to hit it hard, that's when you lose shape. Abdul Ghaffar has got a boundary under his belt, and that would mean Saudi Arabia camp would breathe easy.
Some changes in the field. But Saudi Arabia, the batters Abdul Wahid Ghaffar and Kashif Siddiqui have come in with some intent. They're executing their plans very well. 4 on the off inside the circle. 2 on the leg side in front of the wicket, 1 behind, short fine leg. There's a deep square leg in position and a third man.
Good single. Even though it's gone straight to the fielder, he was off in a flash, Abdul Wahid. And the fact that he played it on the front foot allowed him to take that single with a sense of ease in the end. Ravinder Pal Singh's one of the better fielders in the side. As soon as the game gets to the business end, you would see him at long on and long off, deployed to catch anything that's hurled towards him that even resembles a cricket ball.
For starters, very encouraging signs here in the chase. They're going at a decent clip. They may have lost Faisal Khan early, but their approach hasn't changed. Kaleem has looked good. Oh, he's picked that up again, straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. Johnson with the catch, another wicket falls. That was firmly hit. He's wincing in a little bit of pain, but the joy of happiness and ecstasy is seen on everybody's faces. Against the run of play, Kashif departs for 17.
Big moment in the game. Kashif could have turned it around, but he's gone straight to the man. That's a very good catch, coming at an uncomfortable height as well. A height that prompts you to think whether you want to take it fingers pointing upwards or fingers pointing downwards. Kashif departs for 17. It's going to be trudging back to the pavilion. 24 for 2.
.24 for 2 in the third over. The problem with Saudi Arabia has been the fall of wickets. They've lost wickets at regular intervals. This time in the chase again, slightly falling apart as Saad Khan makes his way to the middle at a strike rate of 125. A best of 5. Early days in his career, only 2 matches for him.
Good delivery. Kaleem Sanais, he's got a knack of swinging the deliveries as well. And today suddenly we see no swing. Very different compared to yesterday. There was predominant swing with the new ball. And we're talking about the second innings, the second game. Today, no swing.
We also need to understand the dew factor that comes in this part of the world. Just trying to go hard at that one. Last evening after the second match, I was standing by the sidelines and I just had a feel of the grass. Take a look at this delivery once again. Again, an ambitious drive there. And I just rubbed my hands on the grass. My hands completely got drenched with the kind of dew factor that was there on the surface.
Yeah, if you're coming to Oman at this time of the year, your kit bag's incomplete without a towel. Again, it hurried on to the batter. You could sense it. Kaleem Sanais made easy work of collecting it in the follow-through, but it's never easy. What a dot ball. When was the last time you thought a dot ball could be so exciting? 3 overs gone, 24 for 2.
Yeah. ball number 18. Bat straight, please. Keep your bat straight. Batting leg.
That's what the batting card looks like for Saudi Arabia. Just when Kashif was opening up and freeing his arms and playing some adventurous cricket, he departed for 17 and 10. Wahid, the skipper, still in the middle, is being watchful as he's been given company by Saad, who's very early in his T20 career, just his third game. And he'll certainly feel the nerves in a chase like this as we see a change in bowling as well for Canada.
Harsh Thakur. Of late, of course, he's been working on his batting. He's a batter first, but of late he's worked a lot on his bowling. And very effective as well. Economy of 4.75 is gold dust for the skipper. Oh, that went straight. That went straight. Only a bit of bat could have saved him is what I thought. I'll have a look at it again, of course.
Well, the umpire suggesting that may have just been a little too high for the decision to go their way, but that looked very close, let me tell you. Sometimes coming around the wicket will always go against you, but this was pitching in line.
That's the best thing to do. If a bowler is troubling you, quietly pick up a single and watch the bowler bowl from the non-striker's end.
Starting.
It's a good start for Harsh. I think Harsh Thakur is also a good option because of the left-hander in the mix. 5 men inside the circle on the off. Oh, that's got him! He's got him! It's gone through. He was playing for the turn, but there wasn't any. He just went on with the angle. Kisses the top of middle. Minimum damage to the stumps, maximum to Saudi Arabia.
Well, the drifter coming in very handy. Look at the way it came in sharply. Gap between bat and pad. And the batter has been castled. Saad will have to take the long walk back. And believe you me, he's been out to a beauty by Harsh Thakur. He goes without troubling the scorers. Another batter fails to open the account. It's 25 for 3 in the fourth.
Come fellas.
25 for 3 in the fourth. Saudi Arabia are just falling apart in this chase at the moment. Hasib Ghafoor makes his way to the middle, was very impressive behind the wickets. A best of 34, strike rate 121. He'll need to better all these numbers if Saudi needs to get anywhere close to the target. Canada all over Saudi Arabia at the moment.
They've got the right men in the right place as well. Edged but will fall short. Brings his big frame behind the ball, doesn't let it go through, so he's not only stopped the single or a couple of runs, he's also created half an opportunity. All around the world, the bigger the span you have, better chances of being a good slip fielder. Running the first one hard, but again straight to the fielder, so only a single. A lot of work to do for the captain. He's seen a lot of destruction.
Stop here, lads. Stop here, boys.
It's been a remarkable start by Canada. Be it with the bat or ball, they'll always turn up and make those power play overs count. Kaleemur Rahman, 2 for 11 in his 2 overs. Amar Khalid may have been a little expensive, but Harsh Thakur, a wicket in his very first over, conceding only 2 runs, and that's been the story this evening. Saudi Arabia yet again have just been found the going tough.
The problem with Saudi Arabia has been that every time they lost a wicket, they lost another very quickly. Time for Dylan. Dylan Hellinger. There isn't a franchise
Cricket tournament that I have seen, especially in the Western world, where I don't see him play. Such a seasoned campaigner. Good delivery, wanted to have a feel of it. Hasib Ghafoor.
Very good delivery, extracting steep bounce. He's got the height and build. Srimanta donning the wicket-keeping gloves this evening. Has been tidy as well. This is a very good side, Canada, let me tell you.
And we can watch this one go. This is definitely wide. Umpire Hari Krishna. There's a bit of swing now. There's a bit of late swing though. By late swing, swing that's on offer after it beats the batter. This is much better. This one just held on with the angle. Hasib Ghafoor has a sniff.
And that's a very good length as well Dylan is sticking to. Just want to keep it back of the length, keep it a little short, keep the batter inside the crease. Don't allow him much width. Don't want to bowl it too close as well.
Oh, good delivery. Very good delivery. He's pushed the batter on the back foot. And now suddenly this length. The thing about Dylan is that he's learned so much after the England tour of his. He's come back better as a bowler. Even though he's an all-round performer. No muck with the bat in hand. Terrific. With Dylan, you get that length ball. More often than not. Length ball and then back of a length at times. That's his zone.
Short and wide. Finds the fielder at point. That could have easily gone past them. Just one of those days where you find the fielder. But otherwise that was a very good looking shot by Abdul Wahid Ghaffar.
Terrific work from Dylan. Just 2 of the over. He's got to finish it off well though. Abdul Ghaffar is feeling the pinch. That boundary ball's been evading Saudi Arabia. Misfield. Will that allow a single? No. They said do not run on misfields. Looked like that was the only option to do so in the entire over. Otherwise it was going straight to the fielders.
Sometimes you just want to get off strike.
The entire over of Dylan, every ball's been masterclass, barring that one, which was wide. Little did the batter realize that he's got so much to offer from the same length. The length hasn't changed, you could say, but the way the batter intercepts has definitely changed. What a masterclass it's been for the man who's so popular from Guyana. Oh, that's gone through. That's gone through. That will be the boundary that's been evading Abdul Wahid Ghaffar. That'll make him feel much better as he propels into double figures. 5 gone, 32 for 5. 32 for 3. Wahid 11 of 9 and Hasib 2 of 6. Saudi Arabia have lost Faisal, Kashif and Saad, while Kashif was the only one to get a start. Wanting to go for that audacious shot on the leg side. He's too good at it though. Thakur believed that he can keep it slightly slower. Change in voices. They've got Shoaib in the com box with Abid.
Thank you very much, Suhas and Mikhail. Now Saudi Arabia in a bit of a bother, trying to play a little late there, and Harsh Thakur trying to flight the delivery. The ball is looping in the air. He gets it perfectly done. Not an ideal situation there. Played it late. That's what I think. Saudi Arabia doesn't want to lose any more wickets here, so they are playing a little late. Despite it's not a great start, and they're chasing 195, big total.
Goes big, catch it is the call, and it's going to cross the ropes for 6 runs. Yes, that is the intent. That is the approach that Saudi should have in this run chase. Regardless of how many wickets they lose, they need to get those runs. They need to make sure that run rate is in check. And that's a good shot from Hasib.
Yeah, dragged it from outside off to the on. The ball even going further away. But I think somewhere nice timing in the middle of the willow. The truck now this time cut it beautifully. Passes the fielder, goes towards the fence, 4 runs. Now 2 runs of 2 deliveries. 10 runs of 2 deliveries, making that good over. Looking a little too expensive here, Harsh Thakur.
Yes, this is just the 3rd game of the tournament, and we've already seen 70 boundaries being hit. That is another good shot, and Saudi need these runs. Hasib Ghafoor will have to play for as long as possible with his skipper Abdul Wahid Ghaffar.
The final delivery, and he charged it on the onside. The sweeper comes into play, and there will be only a single. I think this over has really brought back Saudi a little bit. It's end of the power play. 43 for 3.
.43 for 3 as Dillon continues to bowl the 2nd over of his spell.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that run. You got 43 runs inside power play, but the wickets column has been a worry for Saudi Arabia. They lost a little too many there. Dylan was really bowled well, bowled really nice line and length with the seam up and up, bowling little short of the length deliveries.
Nicely drilled straight down the ground. Oh, beautiful shot. This time it's towards extra cover, and that ball has reached the ropes in no time. And great start to the over from Saudi Arabia, and especially Hasib Ghafoor. He's got the right intent. He's looking aggressive, and very well done. 4 runs.
Yeah, nicely did that. I think the final over where he got 10 runs, he got the confident, and this time he driven it beautifully through the covers. It's always special to watch. This time it goes on the onside. The call is 2. Hasib wants 2. Well, and the captain sent him back. I think there was a risk involved. You cannot afford to lose any more wickets from here if you want to make a match out of it. They need a boundary, and I think that's the right way to attack early in the over. Get a boundary on a very first or the second delivery. So the remainers, you can rotate the strike. Now the captain on strike. He's pulled it up in the air. Could be a chance. Yes, it is. That's the end for the captain of Saudi Arabia, Abdul Wahid. Couldn't handle the short length delivery, and it was well executed by Dylan.
Well directed bouncer, very close to the helmet, and that pace from Dillon, that was really a great delivery. Got the upper half of the bat, and the skipper Abdul Wahid Ghaffar has to walk back. 11 of 10 for him, and Saudi Arabia now in trouble. 48 for 4. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh, 6 matches, 94 strike rate, best of 22. Early days for Mohammad Hisham, and tonight is a platform for him to better that individual best score and take Saudi Arabia towards victory. A lot needs to be done if they want to get anywhere close to that target. Good ball, very good ball from Dillon. Outside off.
Well, even the previous over, he bowled really well. He was deserving that wicket. He got one. That was a main wicket. Abdul Wahid, the captain of Saudi Arabia, was doing some damage. He was looking and getting along the partnership. So that's something the Canada team has done wonderful. They haven't allowed the batters of Saudi Arabia to settle and build a partnership. For Saudi Arabia, you really need a big partnership, and that too with a very good strike rate. The problem is 4 wickets down. It's just the need to really put on the show here. Hasib seems to be really working on those boundaries, and has done a wonderful job so far. So good. A match winner for Saudi Arabia.
Last ball of the over. A wicket in this and 6 runs conceded. Hasib looking as focused as ever. Well bowled, great length, and equally well played by Hasib. A dot ball to end the over. 7 overs, 49 for 4. Right, 7 overs have been bowled. Let's quickly look at the highlights of the power play that we saw. The first 6 overs for Saudi Arabia, chasing a target of 195. A wicket earlier on, and some shots from the bat of Kashif, who looked good, played some good shots straight down the ground. A beautiful flick as well. That was a catch, a very sharp catch at short mid wicket, and then this arm ball which just continued to keep on going straight and hit the stumps. That was a 6 that was played by Hasib, and it went for a 6. So 18 of 15 for Hasib Ghafoor. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh is the new batter in, and there's a bowling change as Nikhil has been introduced into the attack.
Get in, Nikki. Get in.
So Nikhil Datta is the bowler.
Stretching bowling his first over now, brought in, got 11 wickets to his name, playing a 12th game, right arm off break. Really, that's a very good economy in 20 overs format. Bowls those carom bowl as well.
Back up.
over 50 runs here for Saudi Arabia.
Yes, 51 runs on the board for Saudi Arabia, and they're still far away from that target. A lot of time still left on their hands in terms of the overs. Not a lot of turn. The straighter one played along the ground for a single. Required run rate 11.44. That's almost 12 and over from here.
I tell you what, 12 runs and over. It was the same occasion where Canada was batting against Bahrain in the yesterday's game. This time good away, and a sloppy fielding. He missed it. A bit of there, an extra run. They are quickly running and not gathered well by the keeper. They'll get 2 runs at least there. So almost 12 runs was required. Let's have a look at this delivery. He's bowling those carom bowl, and this one, it turned out to be going away from the right-hander.
And a sloppy fielding. Big swing from Hasib. Another run added to the total, 55. One more ball to go in this one. Has been a good over this from Nikhil Datta.
Yeah, he's really bowling well, keeping that tight line and length. It's not turning much, but bowling perfect length. 55 for 4 at the end of 8, Saudi Arabia.
So it's the skipper, Saad Zafar, who has brought himself into the attack. Will be looking for some wickets as the required run rate is creeping up with every passing over. 11.67 now from here on if Saudi Arabia want to win this game.
Well, this has been a good bowling, a great pressure applied. They've been picking up wicket at the right time.
Bowling.
Almost every other over gets a wicket, Canada. They've picked up 4 wickets. They haven't let the batters settle. Do not allow any batters to put on the partnership. Goes on the back foot, but still can't get any run out of it.
Good stuff, Saadi. Good stuff. Keep working, Saadi Badi.
Oh, that's a slow delivery and some turn. A quick run taken through at the bowler's end. An appeal from Saad Zafar. Hari Krishna, he's smiling, and now he'll go upstairs to check.
And I think Zafar has a case, but I think it may be close call. The replay will tell us a better story. We are waiting for Mujahid to signal. And he made it. He made it, I think. He just made it, maybe. Yeah, he just made it. He made it on time. Desperate dive there on front. And that's how you need to do. Yeah, he's home.
Yes, Hasib, he values his wicket, diving into the crease and back home, safe and sound. Saudi Arabia. They're looking for those singles, but that's not going to work in their favor. Yes, they can take those singles, but every over they need a few wickets, a few boundaries. They need fours and sixes. They need to make sure that the run rate doesn't go out of hands. Just a gentle nudge, but the fielder was very quick on that occasion from short third.
Finish well here, Saadi.
Even only one run.
Down.
And yet again bowling outside off. There is a challenge for the fielder. The call is two. They're running. One for the throw and they got it. A direct hit from the deep, but the batter was still managed to get inside, and that was a good call. They completed first run too quickly.
Great over this one from the skipper of Canada, Saad Zafar. Only 3 runs conceded in the 5 deliveries. Will want to finish off well.
I was having a chat with him the other day yesterday, and he was in the player of the match award for his clinical performance for 29 of 7 and got a wicket as well.
Oh yes, Saadi.
Said he enjoys the bowling more. Just play towards the long on, and they'll get a single only to bring the over to, and it's 9 gone, 59 for 4.
Coming down the track, I was kind of jumping. Touch and go. Benefit of the doubt goes to Nasir.
Haseeb on 23 of 21, Hisham on 6 of 8. So not the best of starts for Saudi Arabia. As Nikhil Datta continues and has been very consistent with that length, not anywhere close to the batter, not too short as well, just bowling in the right areas.
Yeah, that little Sunil Narayan thingy where you just hide your hand behind. Not for every delivery he does that. Nowadays we saw Sikandar Raza doing the similar thing, and all of these bowlers has turned out to be successful.
Yes, that's right. Sikandar Raza had a brilliant World Cup for Zimbabwe.
Yeah, 3 player of the match awards.
Not going anywhere here.
There you go. He's hiding. The width was an offer there. He's played a drive on the off.
Keeper, back it up.
And we're on the verge of halfway through. Just 60 runs on board over here. I think they should have been around 85. They're just maybe 25, 20 runs behind.
One in the 30. Let's support Nicky here, boy.
Oh, that kept touch low there. The ball kept low. Hit that the seam there. I think, yeah, look at that. He wanted to sweep it really hard, try to play that paddle sweep. The required run rate is just piling up, 13.
Nicely played on the back foot, but equally well fielded at point. That's a great effort. Brilliantly done.
Powerful cut shot there.
Ravinder Pal Singh, the man at point. Well done, Mr. Singh. Saved a certain boundary.
Oh yes, beauty.
That's the over and time for drinks.
That will bring the over to an end. It's halfway through. 60 for 4 at the end of 10. Saudi Arabia, and with that there'll be a change in voice. There'll be Mikhail and Suhas coming back and taking over.
60 for 4 at the end of 10. The required rate's dancing to its own drum beats. That's the problem here. Saudi Arabia, they have to get it under control. Then both these batters need to bat out of their skin. Saad Zafar, captain of Canada. That's a much better delivery. And Suhas Vedam joined by Mikhail. Well, things have quietened down a little bit after the drinks break. Replenishing their fluids. They have to go for the big shots here. And Hisham, someone's got to take the lead as well while doing so. Would it be Hisham? Or would it be the batter on strike? The intention was there. It'll trickle to the fence. One way or the other, runs are runs. The scorecard doesn't tell you how convincingly it was hit.
But it's 4 runs on the board and coming from the blade of Hisham as well. Haseeb, he gets the boundary in the most unconvincing of ways, but they'll not be complaining. They need more of boundaries coming by their way. This time, an outside edge, an inside edge, an outside edge. 2 boundaries behind the stumps. And that's been the story so far. A touch unlucky over there. Saad Zafar, the skipper of Canada. Should have easily had him. But the runs are coming now.
Yeah, from the toe end perhaps this one, but enough to reach the fence. Such good outfield. This excellent work by groundsman. Hasir Khafoor, 31 or 26, is kicked into the next gear. Trying to dent the required rate here. They've got to bring it down here, Saudi Arabia. That was very close to the blade of the bat. Well kept by Samantha.
Very edgy so far. Haseeb has been in the last 3 deliveries. He's raced to 31 of 26. He's carrying the fight forward. Short and wide. Misses out on an opportunity.
Finish well, Saadi.
9 runs on the first 3. And then an excellent delivery. Slightly slower this time around. All runs have come behind the wicket. Saad's not happy with the effort. That had to be curtailed to a single off-balance throw, and the 3rd run would be complete, even though it's a direct hit. Good proactive running.
Come lad, keep working here, boy.
11 overs gone, 72 for 4.
Come boys. Nick. That's a tough shot. Nick.
Starts with a single there. Nikhil Datta into his 3rd over. Gets a game today. What a comeback it's been for him into the Canada side. He's got to make it count. The wickets column has to tick. He hides the grip. Reminds you a lot of Sunil Narayan. He hides the grip. He's got the run-up of a medium pacer as well. And it's one of the most difficult people to keep wickets to. Nikhil Datta.
Yeah, there is some resemblance in that stride and delivery. And what he does in all of it is creates a little bit of suspense in his bowling action and the delivery, which makes it all the more difficult for batters to pick. Look at that from behind. He comes. This one's leaving the batter. Very similar to the name you just mentioned some time back. You call them the mystery bowler.
What the batter is finding the most mysterious is the fact that the bat is not long enough for him to connect. He threw everything at it, did Haseeb. what I like about Hasib is the fact that he talks to him, and that is something that youngsters watching can learn from him. Talk to yourself. Catch it is the call, but it wasn't a half-hearted shot. He knew exactly what he was doing. Just a chip over the infield for a single.
You can sense a kind of urgency in Hasib's approach at the moment, and quite rightly so. Somebody will have to decide to take on an aggressive role. At the moment, Canada well ahead in the contest.
Straight to the fielder. Very good stop by the captain.
But this has been a much improved performance by Saudi Arabia. Last evening they were 86 for 8 in 20 overs. This time chasing 196. They are 75 for 4. The batting hasn't crumbled under pressure. They've shown some staunch resistance.
Deep inside the crease, wants to push for 2 as well. But will have to settle with a single because the fielder was equally quick to get to the ball. The throw was a little wider. The dispatch was quick though. 12 gone, 76 for 4.
Bro, what do you want to do? Whatever. Oh, stay on the third. You're too close.
Kaleemur Rahman has picked up 2 wickets and is the pick of the bowlers. He's got 2 important overs up his sleeve. And then Nikhil Datta in his 2 overs has just given away 11. It's the most economical so far. A couple of wickets otherwise as well for the other bowlers. 76 for 4 Saudi Arabia. Asad is in search of his first scalp, Mikhail.
Yes, he is, and last evening he was brilliant with the bat. Missed out tonight. Today he's certainly found a better length. Now talk about that first scalp, and he'll get it for sure. That was as plumb as that could get. And he strikes. This is a very, very good wicket. Big wicket rather for Canada.
Once again wanting to go for the glorious cross-batted shot. Missed it completely. A sitting duck. That would have hit the middle of the middle stump. Hasib Ghafoor's departing for 36. A touch slow when you see the required rate climb to 15. 77 and half the sides folded for Saudi Arabia. .77 for 5. Saad bin Zafar picks up a wicket. What a time to come in and bowl as well. The required rates climbed up to more than 15 now. Captain with his first scalp. Now more confident. A good delivery. Misfield once again. And will push for the second run. Irshad Mubashir, fresh pair of legs. Hisham's been there for a while. Yeah, that should have been at max a single. Ravinder Pal Singh out of all people. Ravinder Pal Singh is literally a cheetah on the field. Good delivery, but that was quicker as well. A dot ball's not going to hurt Canada here, Mikhail.
They're in the comfort zone right now. If driver's seat, Canada, everything going their way. Cuts that straight to backward point. And at the moment, if you look at the equation, you'd want to believe that there's only one team winning it from here on.
Finish well, yes, Adi.
It's a big learning curve for Saudi Arabia. Now we'll get that. We'll get those 4 important runs. Nikhil Datta had given up the chase the moment it left him. 13 overs gone, 83 for 5. Some momentum for Saudi Arabia at the end of the over.
Come fellas, too quiet out here, lads, come on. Come fellas. Nikki.
13 overs gone, 83 for 5. Nikhil Datta will continue. It's the final over for Nikhil Datta, and he is manufacturing figures that he'd be super proud of. None for 11 runs at a time when the opposition requires 16 and over. Sometimes you bowl the most economical spell, but the wickets column ticks for their partner that you're bowling in tandem with, because he's the one they try to attack.
And it's been an age-old observation across formats and international teams as well. One bowler attacks and the other bowler just about gets wickets at the other end.
He's got to open up the leg side a little bit more here, Irshad Bashir. That's another very good delivery. He's not giving him room. You got to manufacture it. He's keeping it simple, wicket to wicket. Is Nikhil Datta. And off late, for all the franchise cricket that he's played as well, the captain of his side relies a lot on Nikhil Datta to provide overs of this kind.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah, accuracy is his strength. What he's doing is that he's not offering any width, keeping it very tight. It's the batter will have to play out of his comfort zone to find a run scoring opportunity in this regard.
Absolutely. I remember Marty Kane using him that way. Greg Hay as well. And now Saad Zafar too.
Amar Khalid that long off, keeping it to 1. Nikhil has looked very impressive this evening. 13 runs in 23 deliveries.
He's called for 2. And he's burst into action while he called for the second run. Off balance throw, and they will get there. Excellent running between the wickets. 14 overs gone, 87 for 5. Another tidy over from Nikhil Datta.
Your other option is in the firing lines.
Fuck, here is the firing line. Mova, Nicky. Let me go to Mova. हाँ, Mova, short side आया.
Ravi. Good. Ravi, one step.
Terrific spell from Nikhil Datta has come to an end. None for 15 runs. The run chase of 190 plus.
Ball.
What more can you ask as a skipper? What's happening to Ravindrapal Singh today? Saad Zafar, he's come good as well. He's kept the pressure on. Now the running between the wickets was excellent. He was deep inside the crease. He had to burst.
That's one.
And the quick turn of Hisham is terrific indeed. And kudos to someone like Muhammad Ali as well, the strength and conditioning coach, who's worked extremely hard on the boys, with the boys here. And not just that, he's given them meal charts, he's given them tailor-made practice sessions. And all that shows when you turn so quickly for the second run. That'll be a single. How impressive has Saad Zafar been? Because he's a very shrewd cricketer, especially when he knows how much to defend.
Oh yes, and what I've liked about his bowling today is that he's flighted the ball and given it a lot of air and drawn the batters forward. There again, watchfully played towards the cover region.
Come boys, come boys.
Very, very fine leader, cricketer, all-rounder. He packs a punch with the bat, and with the ball he's very handy as well.
He was one of the most confident bowlers coming out of the pre-game camp which was held. 4 wickets in a recent game. And then of course he's been fantastic for the JB Masters. Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. 90 for 5 at the end of 15. Saad completes his quota. 1 for 26. Great figures indeed.
Four completed. Number 11 to Boone. Number 11 to Boone. Stage in bowling, right up over.
15 overs gone. 90 for 5. A target of 195 looks like a distant dream at the moment for Saudi Arabia. Amar gave away 13 in his first over, but he has inherited a scorecard that he'd be feeling at ease to bowl. Bowl to. Again, that swivel not connecting there. Missed it completely, in fact, Ishad Mubashir. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh, 15 of 22. He's got to show some intent here, Hisham. Another single. This game's turning out to be a damn squib.
Great stuff. Keep going, keep going.
That's due to the brilliance of Canada. Once they knew they've got the runs on the board, they always kept the pressure on by chipping away with the wickets of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia wanted to get a good start with the bat in hand, especially chasing 195. Mission 195 started poorly for them, with Faisal Khan falling without troubling the scorers. And then wickets at regular intervals picked up by Canada jolted their confidence. 92 for 5 at the moment. He's gone at it with hard hands. Datta gets around it. Another single. Single's not going to pinch Saudi Arabia, Canada rather. Saudi Arabia 93 for 5. I've got Abid alongside me. Welcome to the Combox, Abid. 93 for 5. And there's a lot to learn from this game for Abdul Wahid Khafar and co.
Well, thank you very much, Suhas. Yeah, they need to learn a lot here.
Wants to be cheeky. Shuffles at his best. One way or the other, runs are required. It still goes to 4. Well, it is. I think it should have been stopped. The smile suggests that it should have been stopped. It's just that the cushion that Canada have is so big. The target's not deflated as much, but it's a boundary nonetheless. Mohammad Hisham had to manufacture the shot. Otherwise, Khalid was spot on. You're taught to ball on top of the off stump. Abid, what more can you expect from Khalid? But still that disappears for 4. That should have been stopped indeed, as the replay suggests. 97 for 5, Saudi Arabia. They've learnt a lot from the game last night. But again, in a series of this kind, the games come thick and fast.
Well, I think every game they are progressing well. Continuing from the previous game now, they made a little good call at the toss and then putting out not so good show with the ball, but with the bat, it's been slightly better than the other day when they were bundled out on 87. Now at least with the only half team back at the herd, they are almost getting that 100 run on board.
Yes, I mean, tosses haven't been the problem. He's flipping right, he's calling right. Abdul. Irshad Mubashir had to wait for the opportunity. Now that he's got one, can he make it count by providing some customary hits and blows towards the end for the fans to cherish? Well done, Hisham, to get away from it. Otherwise, he would have stopped it himself. End of the over. 16 gone, 99 for 5.
They want me to continue.
16 gone, 99 for 5. Dylan, 96 of 24. That's the equation. Dylan's bowled really well. So is every other bowler today for Canada. That's exactly why Saudi Arabia is stuttering at 99 for 5 today. But still a great improvement compared to their outing last night. Dylan, he's known as the master of length bowling. That grew on him. Doesn't get the best part of the bat. Diving forward, that should have been completed. Harsh Thakur, what an effort. Is he getting up properly? That is more worth the concern. That single will bring up the century for Saudi Arabia.
Something to be cheered about. He pulled it but didn't time it well. Didn't get the meat of the bat properly. Oh, that carried. That should have been held.
Absolutely, but he did the hard yards. That is, he did the difficult part. That is to get there in the first place. I'm very sure Coach Pupudu, for the taskmaster that he is, and he definitely has high standards when it comes to fielding. That's the standards that he sets for the team as well. Oh, that is a good delivery. We've called him the master of length bowling. He's bowled a ball which is independent of his surface. A Yorker.
Yeah, well, that's something he's surprising everyone, not only the batter. Yeah, look at that. Full, straight and going maybe down the leg side. Yes. Hit him on the back leg there.
I'll tell you what. Irshad Mubashir loves to flick the ball. We've seen it before. It's just that Hisham Sheikh rather loves to flick the ball. But on that occasion, he didn't expect it. Oh, that is a cracking hit. Man in the deep has done a really good job. He stuck his hand out. Singh has saved a certain boundary. Ravinder Pal Singh, you beauty.
Well, that would really be appreciated by the coach. He'll be making mark and appreciating him when he gets back. That's how you need to field. Now that shot was definitely on the card, looking for 4 and one-handed grab on. Beautiful done.
He's called for the second run as well, but I don't think the second is on. Khalid's quick to dispatch the ball too. 103 for 5, Abid. We were discussing between overs as well how crucial it is to keep your fielding standards high at all time.
Well, very important part of the game.
At all times, even if the game's done and dusted within your mind, be at your 100% every single ball of the game. And that is exactly what Ravinder Pal Singh showed us here. Now the situation is such that had that been a boundary as well, wouldn't have hurt Canada much, but he puts in the hard yards. 100% commitment. If it has a name, it's called Ravinder Pal Singh. Terrific. And on the bounce, he threw it as well. Didn't wait for him to get recovered from that jog. And the attempt to get there. There's something about the fielders from British Columbia, I feel.
They do.
Oh, he's come back again. This is a lapse in concentration. Lapse in concentration. Mohammad Hisham and Irshad Mubashir make Canada pay.
I tell you, there's a commentator's curse is a thing. 17 gone, 106 for 5.
Good choice of hand. Not around.
106 for 5 in 17 overs. 89 required of 18. Now I think what's left is a game to play out. The result, more often than not, I think at this stage Canada fans are already cheering. They've already counted the 2 more points. '88 of 18. The equation definitely suggests that the game's done and dusted with Mohammad Hisham Sheikh and Irshad Mubashir, who find themselves in this scenario. The best thing to do would be to provide a terrific finish with a boundary barrage towards the end to show intent and a statement to all the other teams in the tournament as well. Went at it with hard hands, doesn't get it from the middle of the bat. Amar Khalid ensures that he collects it in his follow-through. He's walked away, created room. He had to do something different. I love the intent here from Irshad Mubashir. Amar was expensive initially, but now he's pulled it back. Oh, well. Khalid Amar's wondering why wasn't this stump an inch taller when the rules were made. Terrific delivery. Irshad missed it completely. Just love the change in pace as well. Abid, just love the change in pace as well from Amar. He's a different bowler in the second half.
Yeah, indeed. He's been expensive in his first stint. Playing in the onside with a cross batted that he won the onside. But what I have reckoned from this Saudi Arabia, that they have got a little bit confident while batting against Canada. Despite we saw them against Oman, they were really struggling. And now, halfway through, we saw their batters looking confident while playing those stocks.
You'll definitely draw a lot of confidence from this game, but the way they finish will do a world of good to their confidence if they can get a couple of boundaries in this over. The game's virtually done and dusted in terms of the result, but you need to see intent from Saudi Arabia. Two deliveries to go.
Well, I would really want the fifth fielder come inside Just because you have a lot of runs in the tank, you can apply yourself, create some pressure, maybe put that fine leg up, because they're playing a lot of horizontal shots.
Excellent shot. And even that will yield only a single. One ball to go.
And that's what I'm making a point here. If you cut down those singles, you'll see Saudi Arabia getting a little bit of a pressure of a dot balls. No matter what you're playing for, you just now it's all about damage control, but still a dot ball is a dot ball.
Amar Khalid, there isn't a better time for him to experiment as well if he wants. Oh, that's a good shot. That, in fact, was the shot of the day for me. Pure elevation, well, pure innovation. Little elevation, just in case there was a fielder inside the circle. Wasn't to be. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh has been practicing this for a while. Gets it nicely this time. 18 gone, 114 for 5. $114 for 5. Love that intent from Mohammad Hisham Sheikh. Dylan Halinger. Ravinder Pal Singh, the lone wolf in the deep on the offside.
Very positive intent there from Mohammad Hisham. We saw Hasib also batting well.
Got him this time. Base at the stumps uprooted. For a man known for length bowling, he's showing the world what happens when he decides to nail a Yorker too. He has everything in his armory.
I'll tell you what, every time he's come up and bowled Fuller, he got a reward as a wicket. He gets this time again. A well-settled batsman, Mohammad Hisham. We were just talking about his brilliance and he departed. 115 for 6.
Selection.
Really out. Four balls to go.
Zain Abidin's walked out with a strike rate of 73.9.
Now the tailenders are out.
Zain Abidin's mostly known for his exploits with the ball in hand. The man from Khobar. The bottom hand came off. Wanted to throw the kitchen sink at it though.
Well, he was throwing everything at it. Not only the kitchen sink, the entire kitchen. And look at that. The first ball, you play across the line. And he had it, that one-handed shot.
I think it's a big learning curve, this entire tournament for Saudi Arabia, especially the first two games. And I love the way they're progressing. They're doing the little things right, but in order to get to this level as well, let's just say they're on the right path for sure. And that's what tournaments of this kind are known for. Swing and a miss. Powerplay.net Desert Cup T20I Series 2022. We've seen some terrific cricket, and we're just getting started, aren't we, Abid?
Yeah, enjoying every game that gets to us, and these teams like Saudi Arabia, they also get to learn a lot from this. These are the actual series, what they need actually.
Very well done, Dylan. He knows the field really well, Dylan, and knows that the batter will come after him anyway. If he keeps it straight, there's always a chance of the batter missing and the ball disturbing timber.
Well, one thing I would really like Kabir Khan to work on these Boo is they play a lot of cross-batted shot, so they really need to play on the V.
I think it's more of an adjustment factor as well, isn't it? With the kind of surfaces they play back home in Saudi Arabia, which of course is walking towards the right direction, marching towards the right direction with the ground coming up very soon. It's just that adjustment factor to turf wickets. How often do they get to play in that one?
Yeah, very well described. That is very important. How you play back home, and that depends a lot here. We see the team Oman doing fabulous job here at home. So it's final over to go. 118 for 6.
Huh? Time 7:23. Last over start 7:23.
Heli in now.
Number 49 to bowl. Number 49.
Lefty. Cheers. AJ come point. No, you're up.
Round. That's it. Batsman bowling change. Bowlers coming right arm around.
118 for 6. The final over coming up. 77 required. Now that's out of the equation now. Canada have invited 2 points in their kitty already. And that's why the captains decided, let's experiment. It's good to have many bowlers who usually bowl in very difficult situations where there are no wickets being taken. Let's give them a chance to roll their arm over to get some match practice. Ravinder Singh. And looks like he's going to be amongst the wickets right away. Put down. Spoken too soon. Ravinder Pal Singh cannot believe it. And the man who's put it down is someone who's a good fielder himself. That was skied right up in the air. Usually you let the man with the gloves take the catch. That wasn't the case on this occasion.
I'll tell you what, it was his call. He told the keeper to hold on, let me take this one. It was a skyer. He had a lot of time, and he just what he wanted is to jump and held it.
He had to cling on. That's a good shot. Man in the deep. Oh, will pouch the catch, in fact. Harsh Thakur, now he's got a safe pair of hands. I thought that was a very good shot indeed, straight enough. Yeah, Ravinder Pal Singh, just a ball late perhaps, but amongst the wickets.
Yeah, indeed. That was a slower one. That's the reason you didn't see that ball going all the way to the boundary line. Only Lake in the pace, but not in the field. Excellent catch taken in the deep by Thakur. And that's the end for Rishad Mubashir. Scored 18 runs. It's 119 for 7.
119 for 7. That's got elevation, and that will travel the distance. Ravinder Pal Singh gets it wrong. It's not a batter who's walking in at number 9. Usman Najib can bat. Boy, can he bat.
And I wonder why wasn't he come up to the order. He should have opened the inning. The way he smashed that one down on the onside. The cracker of the shot. A lot of bottom hand there.
He's floating it up there now, Ravinder Pal. It's just that Canada have got that much of a cushion that they can experiment. Yes, the catch did go down. Yes, the 6 was hit in a very authoritative manner. It's just that they've got the cushion to allow all that to unfold and still not have any eyebrows raised.
Yeah, a little bit movement in the field because of the left-hander came on strike. The final 2 deliveries. Still a work to do for the captain and the team Canada.
White ball.
Watches this go, and rightfully so, didn't touch it. Umpire Anantakumar Rajamani, quick to recognize that's a white ball indeed. Ravinder Pal Singh is unnecessarily elongating this over. The entire broadcast team waiting. This second game is going to begin quickly too. They've got to complete in time. An innocuous single in the context of this game. Last ball coming up. Ravinder Pal Singh, he's picked up a wicket. He's shown the captain that he can go the extra yard to pick up a wicket. Not just bowl tidily.
That's the day when you just really rely and ask anybody to come and bowl there. And you usually find these batters, they do love bowling.
Ravinder Pal Singh with a cross-seam delivery. The final over, final ball. That's gone straight up in the air. And it's a terrific catch from Thakur. Harsh Thakur has completed a sensational catch, and he's playing it down because of the situation perhaps. What a good catch. Never took his eyes off the ball. It kissed the clouds and it came back. It was very, very high. He had to ride the boundary literally. But he knew what he was up to.
It was hit hard, it was yacht, it was big, it was monster. But this man, this boy haven't kept his eyes off the ball. What a take. And with that take, Canada will take the 2 points as well. They got 2 games and 2 victories. What a great start of the tournament.
Oh, what a great start for the tournament. What a great start to Saad Zafar as a skipper as well. He's called the shots right. And this is very convincing for Canada. It was important they do not get complacent after finishing a terrific game last night. They came out all guns blazing with a clear plan, even though they had to tinker a little bit with their batting order. It's gone in their favor for sure. Canada win by 66 runs and send a statement to all the other teams in this contest and beyond that await them in Malaysia coming up as well. It's a different format though there. It's a different format. But the team score strength and the team score players will remain the same. Terrific win for Canada.
Little too big margin there of 66 runs. Handshakes. So there you go. They had a very good middle order. The runs that was very by Hasib and Nisham Sheikh. That partnership was only to be that we can talk about.
Absolutely, Abid. And just to add to that, Irshad's 18 or 24 as well is given him some game time, which will come in very handy when if he has to bat in crunch situation next time around. But on the given day, Saudi Arabia not good enough to chase this in any. 128 for 8. Now Canada had a lot of bowling options today. It was a buffet which was open for the bowlers, not for the batters. Kalimul Rahman, Kaleem, excellent. 2 wickets. An economy unreal as 5.5 in a run chase of this kind. And Nikhil Datta, the king of economy rates, 3.75 in his 4 overs, conceding just 15. Amongst the wickets was Dylan Halinger and Harsh Thakur, who apart from taking sensational catches, provided a wicket as well. Ravinder Pal Singh in a single over, out of the 6 balls, converted 2 into great opportunities to pick up wickets, and 1 opportunity went down to 128 for 8. Saudi Arabia fold.
That's how the things have panned out. There was a wicket early. Those 3 wickets going inside power play. That just hurt the team Saudi Arabia. They never recovered since then.
Absolutely right, Abid. Kashif was saving grace for them before this happened. Harsh Thakur with the arm ball. And when Dylan came in, he hurried the batter at all times. Simple catch. He was a sitting duck, wasn't he? Cheekiness paid off a couple of times for Hisham Sheikh. And a yorker from Dylan put an end to his innings too. Harsh Thakur towards the end showed why he's such an important fielder as well. Of course, after that 6. This went miles up in the air. Good catches and wickets for someone like Harsh Thakur. But we'll find out who the player of the match is in just a bit as we go down for the presentation.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the presentation ceremony for match number 3 of Powerplay.net presents Desert Cup T20 International Series. Well, what a game we witnessed. Canada once again proving too difficult and too hot as well to handle for Saudi Arabia. They made it 2-2. They've maintained a clean slate and yet again they've shown their batting might in the middle. Last evening they had to chase down 196. They got to 199 with 4 wickets in hand, and tonight put into bat. Once again they've put on the goods with the bat as well, getting to 194 for 5. Some very good top order performance for Saudi Arabia. The story still remains the same. They've not been able to find that win, which is becoming very difficult for them in the competition as well. They lose their second game and it'll be important for them to find the winning strap. For the moment though, just the right time to have a discussion as well with the captain of Saudi Arabia. We'd like to call upon Abdul Wahid for a quick chat. Abdul, tough luck. You all won the toss, decided to bowl first. Once again, a story of too much runs on the board.
Yeah, first of all, we would like to restrict them on around 140 to 150, but they have played well and we have giving them some couple of chances. So in T20 cricket or any cricket, if you give them a chance, like if you miss a couple of chances, so then the score will be more as we expected.
Right, tough luck this time around, but all the very best for the coming games, Abdul. You'll need to win and get back to winning ways.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Abdul Wahid, captain of Saudi Arabia. Not a bad time to bring upon the smiling captain of Canada, Zafar. Saad Zafar, congratulations, 2-2. You must be mighty pleased with the batting effort.
Yeah, really happy with not just with the batting but also with the bowling as well. I think we had a good opening partnership. AJ and Srimanta gave us that good platform for other batsmen to come and post a good total. So all the plans worked what we decided in the meeting, and also the way the bowlers finished off the game. I think really happy for everybody.
Right, 2-2. So I'm sure you want to look forward to the coming games as well.
Yeah, tomorrow is an important game for us against Oman, but we're just taking one game at a time. So happy with the win today, and tomorrow we'll go back to the drawing board tomorrow, make our plans and try to execute it tomorrow.
Good luck, sir. Very well played and congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Right, we've seen some creditable performances today with the bat particularly. Srimanta got 34 of 21. Mohammad Saqib got 2 for 37. It's time to give the player of the match, and I'd like to call upon the match referee, Mr. Jeevan Amanna, to give away the award, and it goes to another towering batting effort by none other than the man who's actually giving them strong starts. Aaron Johnson, 84 of 52 deliveries, 6 sixes, 6 fours at a strike rate of 162. He stitched together a partnership as well for 60 runs for the opening wicket, and courtesy their innings, Canada won this fixture by 66 runs. Aaron, you're the man with the plan. Back-to-back 50s on a debut tour outside. You must be really enjoying the moment.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the moment, but I don't think I'm the man with the plan. I think the coach, Pubudu, he has a lot of plans for us, and I think Cricket Canada itself have a lot of plans for us. So, you know, and with Captain Saad bin Zafar, he gave us some instruction, and we're just trying to carry it out.
Right, very well done. What would you have to say about your form and innings in this particular game and the last one?
It's always good to perform, you know, it's a good feeling. But even yesterday, skipper came and gave us a very good knock at the end. My innings yesterday, it set up the innings. So it's a team effort, and I'm happy to contribute every time, but it's more important for the team to win, you know. So I hope I carry the form forward.
Right, many congratulations. Very well done, Aaron. Keep up the great work.
Thank you very much.
Right, Aaron Johnson, player of the match with a very fine 50, 84 of 52. It's a double header. Tuesday, we have another match lined up in a few minutes from now. It's going to be Oman taking on Bahrain. So we'll get you the live action on the other side of a very short break. Stay tuned for that.